fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. And by Wolfson Children's Hospital, the official children's hospital of Florida State Athletics. Exclusive pregame coverage starts right now. Here is Eric Luallen.
Two teams off to a great start. Two of the all-time winningest programs in college baseball history. Two coaches with College World Series appearances on their resumes, a major league ballpark. All of those factors help make for a great setting for college baseball today. Your Florida State Seminoles take on the Michigan Wolverines in the opening game of the Amegy Bank College Baseball Series. Link Jarrett has said that this weekend of play, who Florida State will play this weekend, is a College World Series worthy bracket. And certainly the results so far this season say that that's not hyperbole from the Seminole head coach. Welcome to Globe Life Field, the home of the Texas Rangers, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the Michigan Wolverines here today as we begin the Renewal by Anderson on Deck show. And we appreciate everybody tuning in here today as we get ready for some baseball. And it should be a good one here from Globe Life Field. Again, the home of the Texas Rangers, Florida State getting a little feel of how the major league players live, as they will be the home team in this matchup here today against the Michigan Wolverines. And it's a Michigan Wolverine team that's off to a 3-1 start, and they've got some big wins so far to show for the start of the season, as they have played Stanford, Oregon State, and Arizona. They've beaten all three of those teams. Their lone loss coming to Oregon State, who they've played twice this year. So they've already notched some impressive wins on the way to their 3-1 record that they bring into the game here today. Florida State off to a 3-0 start, taking 2 of 2 from James Madison, with a third rained out, and then winning on the road in Jacksonville against the Dolphins. And now the Seminoles will try to get to 4-0 here against the Michigan Wolverines. Wes Mendez will get the start for the Seminoles, and he will face off against Tate Carey. So Wes Mendez, the left-hander for Florida State, taking on the right-hander in Tate Carey for the Michigan Wolverines. And Mendez comes in, I thought he was very good opening day against James Madison when he went 5 innings, scoreless, gave up 4 hits, walked just 1 batter, and struck out 7. Tate Carey worked 5 innings in his first start of the season, gave up 7 hits and 3 runs while walking 1 and striking out 5. So he had a pretty good opening weekend start as well for these Michigan Wolverines. And mentioned Link Jarrett, the head coach for Florida State. Tracy Smith is the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines, a veteran head coach. I mentioned he's got a College World Series appearance. Unfortunately for Florida State, that's probably not the greatest of memories, as he was the head coach of Indiana when they came in to Dick Howser Stadium in 2013 and won the Super Regional to advance to the College World Series. And, of course, you probably should remember one of the players for that Indiana team. That was Kyle Schwarber, who was their star catcher, and a big part of that advancement to the College World Series for that Indiana ball club. So Tracy Smith, the head coach, he left Indiana. He went to Arizona State. After Arizona State, he took over at Michigan, and that's where he is now. And he brings his ball club in here with a record of 3-1. So there's a little bit about your matchup. We will talk with Seminole head coach Link Jarrett when we continue with the Renewal by Anderson on Deck show. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
The Knolls. Like the Knolls, we value strength, performance, and durability. Our energy-efficient, acclaimed impact windows and doors withstand Florida's harshest weather, built with advanced technology. They offer superior protection and longevity. Enhance your home with a team you can trust today. Contact Renewal by Anderson at bestwindowsgulfcoast.com. License number CGC 1527613.
At ViStar Credit Union, we go the extra mile to bring Florida State fans better banking. Open a ViStar Plus checking account and unlock up to $570 in annual savings. Enjoy perks like getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit, identity and phone protection, and so much more. All for just $5.99 a month. To learn more, visit one of ViStar's local branches or visit ViStarCU.org. ViStar Credit Union, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Go Noles!
Scott and Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles. Located in the heart of Tallahassee. Founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join Scott and Wallace at Dick Howser Stadium with the Animals and the best fans in college baseball all season long. Scott and Wallace, real trial lawyers, real results.
At TOC, our physicians are fellowship trained and board certified specialists with the most advanced training in the region. Our mission is to provide the highest level of care for sports medicine, joint replacement, pain management, foot and ankle, hand and wrist, spine, trauma, pediatrics, and non-surgical medicine. Every specialty, every treatment option. TOC, only experts. Learn more at teamtoc.com.
This is the Renewal by Anderson On Deck Show on the Seminole Sports Network.
The Florida State Seminoles at Globe Life Field. Home of the Texas Rangers. So let's get a little Major League Baseball treatment here today, taking on the Michigan Wolverines. And welcome back to the Renewal by Anderson On Deck Show. Joining me now is Seminole head coach Link Jarrett. Link, you got this opportunity when you were a player. You guys used to go up to the Metrodome regularly back in the 90s. What does it mean to the players to get a chance to come out here? We got to practice at the Giants ballpark last year, now play games in a Major League ballpark.
Well, everybody in our locker room, and clearly probably same with Michigan and Auburn and Nebraska and Louisville and Kansas State, they all want to be in this facility as Major League players. And to feel what those major leaguers feel and kind of see their cages and get a sense of what the field is like and the dimensions and what it's like playing in a stadium that, you know, the seating is 5 different levels and tracking the ball and the surface. There's just so many neat aspects to this that you dream of and you're living it now. So the accommodations and the willingness of the people that run the stadium to let these teams practice, have full BP. Like we were out here at 8:45 taking batting practice. Pretty unique, man, and such a nice experience overall with the setting of the tournament itself and the quality of these teams. So our hands are full today, but you couldn't be doing this in a better venue with a better experience, and the long-term dream for the players is a reality today. Like this is what they dream of doing, and they're on this field today.
Last weekend they had another college tournament here. There were 26 home runs in 9 games in that tournament. This is a big ballpark, but you mentioned to me yesterday after practice, the ball really carries in here.
Yeah, you walk in and you see the dimensions, and it's 372 and 374, and then 410 to the deep gaps, and then 407 to center field. So there's some real estate here. Then when you start batting practice, you see the ball does carry a little bit. There's no wind, so why it actually carries in here, I can't answer that, but it does jump a little bit. So hopefully the athleticism of our outfield, like they're not all going to go out. There's a lot of ground to cover on the ones that don't. So it does jump, but it does leave a lot of real estate and a lot of that synthetic turf out there for these guys to manage, run around.
Well, that was back in the old days of Coors Field. Everybody's like, it's not necessarily the home runs, it's all the room out there because we had to make the field so big.
Yeah, I played in a game at Coors, an exhibition game, and I had to do a tandem relay as the shortstop to center field. And I had never run so far out into no man's land out there to take this relay. And when I turned to throw it to the plate, I felt like I was throwing it from Denver to Dallas. That's how far it looked. So we did all of that yesterday to try to grasp what this feels like. And when you have the advantage of our home confines that are very unique but comforting to us, when you go to a place that's so much bigger, we need to spend some time, especially in right and right center, calibrating our senses, outfield and infield, as to the distances and what it feels like to manage the relays.
All right, Link, best of luck today.
Thank you, Lulu.
And there you hear from Seminole head coach Link Jarrett as we continue with the Renewal by Anderson On Deck show. Renewal by Anderson Doors and Windows, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Contact Renewal by Anderson today or visit bestwindowsflorida.com. License CGC 1527613. The teams are lining up here on the line as we get ready to get this ball game underway. Again, Noles will be the home team. They'll be in the first base dugout here at Globe Life Field. And Florida State going with the white uniforms with the garnet pinstripes and a garnet hat today. Michigan will go with gray pants, navy pinstripe, and a navy top. their uniform of choice. They are the visitors. Victories happen here. Wolfson Children's Hospital, always here. Wolfson Children's is proud to be the official children's hospital of Florida State Athletics. And we are, once again, just a few minutes away, as that'll do it for the On Deck Show. We'll have the starting lineups and the first pitch when Seminole Baseball continues. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Care in the region. TMH is home to the top heart and vascular program, the highest level of care for premature babies, the area's most powerful cancer center, and the region's only Level 2 trauma center. TMH is setting new standards for medical excellence, driving research and innovation to bring the best care to our region. TMH is your lifelong partner in health.
Every great team has a playbook. What's yours for getting home safely? If alcohol is in the mix, driving isn't. In Florida, nearly 1 in 5 crashes with an impaired driver results in a fatality. Plan ahead, designate a driver, grab a ride share, or stay put. Winning starts with smart choices. Drive sober, arrive alive, go Noles. A message brought to you by the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles.
What's Here is a place that generations have trusted to help their kids grow up healthy and strong. What's Here are caregivers with knowledge and expertise rivaling any children's hospital in the world. What's Here is a Level 1 pediatric trauma center for critical, life-saving care. What's Here is Wolfson Children's Hospital with the technology, research, and dedication to save and change countless young lives. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
Dining room, picnic, tailgate, or conference room. Whichever table you gather around, we'll be sure there's plenty to go around. Bring them together with barbecue. Grab Sonny's to go, or let us cater your next shindig with all your slow smoke favorites and sides. Available for pickup, delivery, or set up and serve. Order now at sonnysbbq.com. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
Grounded to Farrow. 4, 6, 3. They got it. It's Bailey. Skies one to right. That ball is going to be way out of here. A towering monster shot. McCulley skies one to left. Lee going back. Warning track. Wall. He leaps. And that ball is out of here.
The Seminole Sports Network presents Florida State Baseball. Today's Florida State baseball game is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. By Wolfson Children's Hospital, official children's hospital of Florida State Athletics. By Barano Heating and Air Conditioning. Schedule an appointment today at baranoac.com. By the Tallahassee Board of Realtors. Find your Tallahassee Realtor today. And by Truist, official bank of Florida State Athletics. Let's return to the field with Eric Luallen.
The two head coaches head to home plate to exchange lineup cards. Again, Tracy Smith, the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines. Link Jarrett, the head coach of the Florida State Seminoles, as we get ready for a little baseball here this afternoon. And the umpires today for this ball game, it'll be Tim Winningham behind the plate. Mark Winters will be down at first. Clint Fagan is at second. Seth Buckminster is at third base. And those are not umpires I am overly familiar with. Have seen Mark Winters before, but the other three are all new to me. So those are your umpires for this one today. As we get to the Scott Wallace keys to success, and Scott Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles. And I think the biggest key for this one today is don't get caught up in the atmosphere. Don't let the emotions of what's going on around you with regards to playing a game in a major league ballpark and all of those factors interfere with going out there and just getting the job done, just playing baseball. That's what this team needs to focus on doing today. And I think if they handle those emotions well, they should do just fine here. Now, this is a good opponent in Michigan, so it's not like you just go out and that's the only factor that you have to take care of. you're still going to have to go out and execute. You're going to need Wes Mendez to go out, be able to locate his pitches, and hit on multiple pitches in his arsenal. He's got 5 pitches. You don't necessarily have to have all 5 of them, but you do have to have multiple pitches working for you for the day. You've got to have good at-bats. You've got to do all those things, but I think the biggest key in this one is going to be just handling the emotion of the moment in playing in a major league ballpark. Let's go ahead and get you the starting lineups. Again, Florida State is the home team there in the first base dugout, wearing the white with the garnet pinstripes and a garnet hat as they get ready to take the field here. And it will be Wes Mendez on the mound, getting his second start of the season. And he comes in with a record of 1-0, an ERA of 0, and a walks and hits per inning pitched of 1.00. And he will be throwing today to Hunter Carnes. Down at first base, Miles Bailey. And now a little bit of a change to the lineup. It involves second and third base. At second today, it will be Jace Estes getting his second career start. So he will play second. Gabe Frazier, who has been the starting second baseman in the first 4 games this year, will move over to third base, and he will get the start there at third. Cal Fisher will still be at short, and that's your infield for Florida State. In the outfield, Braden Dowd will be in left. Center fielder is Chase Williams, and in right field, it will be Brody DeLamielleure. So that's your defensive alignment for the Seminoles. We'll get you the batting order for Florida State when they come to hit in the bottom of the first inning. As far as the Michigan Wolverines go, Braden Jeffries leads off. He's their third baseman. Cade Laidhoff is the DH. He bats second. Brendan Stressler hits third and plays first. Colby Turner will bat cleanup. Stressler's playing left field. Colby Turner plays second and batting cleanup. The first baseman is Carson Luna. He'll hit fifth. The catcher, Noah Miller, will hit in the 6 hole. Center fielder Greg Pace Jr. will bat seventh. Evan Hager will be out in right field. He'll hit in the 8th spot. And the shortstop batting ninth is Drew Culbertson. So that's your batting order for the Michigan Wolverines as we've got about 2 minutes here to first pitch. Coach is still chatting there at home plate with today's crew of umpires. I mentioned Tracy Smith, Indiana, went to Arizona State. And then when Eric Bakich left Michigan to go to take the Clemson job, Tracy Smith ended up at Michigan. So back to the Big Ten where he had so much success with the Indiana Hoosiers. And now he takes over a Michigan program that was doing very well under Eric Bakich. Bakich got that Clemson job based off of his accomplishments there at Clemson. And as a matter of fact, last time that we took on Michigan, last time we saw the Wolverines was in the 2019 College World Series when Michigan defeated Florida State 2-0 in that ball game. Before that, we hadn't played since 1995, and Florida State overall has won 7 of 9 meetings between the two ball clubs. Again, 2019, Michigan won 2-0. They won the second meeting all time in 1962. That was a 10-7 Michigan win, but Florida State winning 7 of the 9 that we have played so far, including at one point 6 games in a row. Those 6 in a row all happened in the 90s. 91, Florida State and Michigan played twice. 95, Florida State and Michigan played a 4-game series. Florida State takes the field now. Wes Mendez getting checked out by the second base umpire, Clint Fagan, as he makes his way to the mound. Again, they started checking pitchers on their way into the game and on their way out of the game, checking their gloves, checking their hands for foreign substances. And so now you see as pitchers enter and exit the field of play, they get checked out by one member of the umpiring crew. So Wes Mendez on the mound for Florida State here. Mendez is a junior, 6'1", 198-pound left-hander out of Tampa, Florida, Jesuit High School. And Mendez works off of a 5-pitch mix. He'll throw a fastball, a cutter, a slider, a curveball, and a changeup. His fastball will top out at 96. He'll generally pitch in about the 92 to 94 mile-an-hour range. From the mound to home plate, same distance as it is any other ballpark we play at, even though this is a major league field, 60 feet 6 inches. The outfield dimensions here, it's a large field. And you heard me talking about that with Link Jarrett before the game. It's 407 to straightaway center field. To the left field side and to the right field side of center, it maxes out at 410. Then you get down closer to the fair poles, 372 to right or to left field, and that's really not the alley. That's closer to the pole. And then to the pole itself, it's 334. In right field, it's 374. That truly is to the alley and right. And then 337 down the right field line. So those are the dimensions here at Globe Life Field. There are some angles, some turns, things of that nature with regards to that outfield wall. That's something that they worked on yesterday in practice, so they were able to get in here, have the outfielders out there taking fly balls, hitting some balls to areas of that wall where it might not take the kind of bounce that you're used to seeing. So it was good that Florida State got that opportunity yesterday to get here and practice on the field. So Braden Jeffries will lead things off for Michigan as we are ready to get this ball game underway. Jeffries, a left-handed hitter, comes in at 214 on the season. 3 hits and 14 at-bats, a couple of RBIs so far this year for Jeffries. Wes Mendez, first pitch, gets a swing and a miss. Looked like a fastball for strike one here to Jeffries. So Mendez now puts toe to rubber, the windup and the pitch. And he pops the mitt there, but just misses. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Jeffries digs back into the left-handed batter's box as Mendez gets his pitch call in from Micah Posey. He winds and fires, and that one is fouled off. Foul balls are presented by Renewal by Anderson. Renewal by Anderson Doors and Windows. So you've got Hunter Carnes behind the plate as the home plate umpire. Tim Winningham says to reset the 20-second pitch clock. Mendez now working in a 1-2 count. Delivers. That one will miss outside. That evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mentioned the fastball will top out at 96. Expect to see a lot of 92 to 94 out of Mendez. The cutter's in the upper 80s. Slider will be in the low to mid 80s as that one is grounded to second. Estes handles it just fine. Throws to Bailey, and Jeffries is retired. That will bring up Cade Laidhoff. Laidhoff is off to a fantastic start. 5 hits and 15 at-bats. But 3 of those 5 hits are extra bases, 2 doubles and a triple so far. He's a right-handed hitter. He fouls the first pitch off. And that one's out of play. Strike 1 the count here to Laidhoff. This ballpark seats 40,000. They had 22,000 at a game last week between Arkansas and TCU. They had a different tournament here last weekend. Swing and a miss. Good fastball there from Wes Mendez. 93 on the fastball. We do not expect 22,000 people at this ball game today, but fans still coming in here at Globe Life as that one is fouled straight back. Another 93-mile-an-hour fastball there from Wes Mendez. That fastball does have a little bit of cut to it, and it works very well off of that cutter then. As Mendez, the 0-2 pitch, check swing on a pitch that missed off the plate. He did not go around, according to first base umpire Mark Winters. Changeup from Mendez. One of the things that he worked on since last season is putting a little more pace on the changeup. 1-2 pitch. K-time chant going here in the crowd. Gets the swing and a miss. And Laidhoff is retired. There are 2 away. That will bring up Brendan Stressler. So good so far for Wes Mendez. A 4-3 ground out and a swinging strikeout to retire the first 2 Michigan batters he's faced. And now stepping in, left-handed hitting Brendan Stressler. Mendez will face 3 lefties and 6 righties as he misses up and in on the first pitch here to the left-handed hitting Stressler. The left-handers for Michigan occupy the 1, 3, and 8 spots in the lineup. Swing and a miss, good fastball in on the hands. And the count evens now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mendez now with the pitch. Fastball pops the mitt at 94, and it's a called strike. Make it 1-2. Mendez gets the ball back from Carnes. Takes a little circle on the back of the mound. Now he's back on the rubber. And the windup in pitch. Swinging a foul ball. That goes into the net behind home plate. And we stay at a ball and 2 strikes. Mentioned that tournament last weekend. 26 home runs in 9 games between the teams that took part in last weekend's event. So the ball does carry here, even though it's a big field. Here's the pitch. That is popped up. Foul territory. That's going to hit right down below me. It'd take a poke to get a foul ball up here, but radio announcer foul balls are in play this weekend. It's a dream of mine. One day it will be realized. And another 1-2 pitch here from Mendez to Stressler. Swing and a ground ball. That's first base side, but it's foul. Stressler also off to an extremely good start. 1 home run, 3 RBIs with 7 hits and 14 at-bats. So he's hitting an even 500 coming into this ball game. Another 1-2 pitch. We go changeup inside, but missed the plate. Didn't get a swing there either, so the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mendez gets the rosin bag. A little bit of the contents on that throwing hand and wrist. And now the 2-2 offering. Fly ball center field. Going back is Williams. He'll get to it, makes the catch. And a perfect 1-2-3 top half of the first for Wes Mendez. We've played a half inning. Michigan nothing, Florida State coming to bat. We will have more Seminole baseball coming up. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-884-1012 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-884-1012. That's 800-884-1012. What do you have to lose? Call 800-884-1012. Again, 800-884-1012.
Florida State Seminoles and the Michigan Wolverines just underway, a half inning in the books as Wes Mendez set the Michigan Wolverines down in order in the first. So we go to the bottom of the first. Batting order for the Noles, it'll be Braden Dowd in the leadoff spot. The DH today will bat second, that's Noah Sheffield. Miles Bailey will hit in the 3 spot with Cal Fisher batting cleanup. Hunter Carnes will bat in the 5 hole. Gabe Frazier hit 6th. Brody DeLamielleure batting 7th. Jace Estes getting his first start of the season, his second career start, bats 8th. And then Chase Williams bumps down to the 9 hole. So a little bit of a change to the batting order here today. Again, personnel-wise, the difference is Jace Estes in for Carter McCulley. But with Estes in, he's playing second. Gabe Frazier has moved over to third. And then, like I said, that 5 through 9 spots in the lineup juggled a little bit with some of those personnel changes as Braden Dowd steps in. Takes the first pitch here from Tate Carey, and it misses for ball 1. Luna at first, Turner second, Culbertson's the shortstop, Jeffries at third, Stressler, Pace, and Hager the outfield left to right for the Wolverines. They've got a shift on against Dowd, and he's going to get a base hit against the shift. Hit a high hopper over the head of Jeffries, the third baseman, into left field, and the Noles have the first base runner of the ball game, a single by Braden Dowd. So Dowd, who came into the game 5 for 12, leads things off with a single here, and Noah Sheffield, who has been incredibly hot so far this season, batting .667 with 6 hits and 9 at-bats. And that pitch will miss low and outside. Tate Carey, 6 foot, 209-pound sophomore out of Windsor, Ontario. He throws over to first base. Now he gets the baseball back. First base side of the rubber for the right-hander. He sets, kicks, and delivers, and that will miss outside. So ball and no strikes now to Noah Sheffield. As Carey delivers, and that's going to miss the outside corner. Tate Carey attended Riverside Secondary School. As Dowd gets his lead off first, held there by Luna. Pitch is called a strike. That was the 3-0. Sheffield had started to head down to first base, but he will head back to the right-handed batter's box. Throw over to first. That's a little better move than the first one, but Dowd's back ahead of the tag. Carey, a freshman All-American last year. 18 appearances, 7 starts, a record of 9-0, and an ERA of 3.63. 3-1 pitch. That's going to miss way outside. Sheffield heads down to first. And the Noles now in a good spot here. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Miles Bailey coming to the plate. Well, this is one of the things I've talked quite a bit about with regards to Miles Bailey. Getting these opportunities with traffic on the base paths when you force the pitcher to give you something to swing at. As Bailey now faces Tate Carey. Shift on against Bailey, 3 infielders to the right side. He swings and misses at the first pitch, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. One of his hands came off the bat there. And he falls behind 0-1. Carey last year, 57 innings of work, 51 strikeouts, 18 walks, and 51 hits. As he catches the inside corner with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball there. 0-2 the count here to Miles Bailey. 5 for 8, 1 home run, 4 runs driven in, and he's already walked 6 times this season. And he fouls one off. Watched Bailey during practice yesterday. He put a number of balls into the green seats here at Globe Life Field. As Carey working from the stretch, takes a look at Dowd down at second, and now kicks and delivers. And that's a fastball that's too tall. 93 on that one from Carey. Got 3 infielders to the right side. They've playing Bailey straight away in the outfield. Jeffries was in tight on their shift at third against Dowd, but he's back quite a bit against Bailey as he checks his swing on a fastball. The third base umpire, Seth Buckminster, says he went around, so Bailey strikes out. That will bring up Cal Fisher. Yep. I don't disagree with Buckminster there. Seminole dugout. Not pleased with it, but seeing the replay in slow-mo, it looks like he did go around on that one. So now to be Cal Fisher with runners at first and second. No score and 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Fisher off to a very good start, 6 for 11 here in the early going. He has driven in 7 runs as he puts one in the air, foul that will get out of play, first base side, as it lands in the second level of seating. Mentioned capacity of 40,000, just over 40,000. Yeah, 5 levels of seating in some areas of the park, 6 in others, as that one's in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, but everybody's got to stay put, as Noah Miller did a good job of blocking the baseball. Some beautiful views out the windows beyond the left field wall of the old ballpark. The predecessor to this one's still standing, and it's just a beautiful ballpark. It was the fact that it was outdoors in this weather. That one is lined into center field, and it's going to be caught by Pace, the center fielder. So good contact there, but good job chasing that one down by Pace. And everybody returns to their bases, and now it's first and second with 2 down, and that will bring up Hunter Carnes. Also not far from here, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. And right now they've got the streets around these 2 ballparks and that football stadium configured for Grand Prix racing. They're going to have IndyCar, a Grand Prix race here in about 3 weeks. As Carnes taps one back to the mound. Carey's got it, throws to first. Throw is high, but they say he came down on the bag in time. And let's see if Florida State decides to challenge this one. I think Link has already signaled his intentions to challenge, so we are going to get our first Sunstop second look. Only takes one look to find everything you need under the sun at Sunstop. Food, fuel, and smiling faces at their 80 locations in Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. Sunstop is a proud partner of Florida State Athletics. So the umpires confer now before they go off and take a look at this one. And it's going to be third base umpire Seth Buckminster and home plate umpire Tim Winningham who will go off to review it. They go through a gate just to the front side of the third base dugout, which is the visitors' dugout here. And they will head down there to take a look at this one. And that'll give me a chance to tell you a little bit about Florida State's day yesterday. The Noles came out here Wednesday evening. Well, that's a bang-bang play at first. My guess is they're going to keep this call as it was ruled on the field, based on the one angle I'm seeing. Just because it's so close, I don't know that they're going to see anything that allows them to have this one go the other direction. And that was actually a quick review, so I will not get a chance to tell you about the day yesterday. Come out, and home plate umpire Seth Buckminster says Carnes is out. So he's out 1-3, Noles strand 2 here in the bottom of the first. As we head to the second, no score between Florida State and Michigan. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Florida Blue presents game-changing health solutions. Did you know you can relieve stress by doing yoga at a Florida Blue Center?
And exhale.
treating yourself to Florida Blue discounts, seeing a chiropractor covered by Florida Blue, having your own Florida Blue health consultant.
Welcome.
Or cheering on your team right now. Discover more game-changing health solutions at FloridaBlue.com. Florida Blue is a trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc.
This is Florida State Baseball.
Florida State and the Michigan Wolverines. No score as we begin the second inning. Wes Mendez back out on the mound for the Seminoles here. He will face the 4, 5, and 6 batters in the Michigan lineup. It's Colby Turner, Carson Luna, and Noah Miller. Step up to the plate with Champions First Credit Union. Hit it out of the park with our champion level rates on auto, home, and personal loans. Plus our high-yield savings accounts help your money score big. Join today and take your financial game to the next level. Champions First Credit Union, your financial champions. So Wes Mendez back out here for the Seminoles. 18 pitches in his first inning of work. As Colby Turner steps in. He's 4 for 18 here in the early going with a couple of runs batted in. And Mendez now delivers. That's a cutter that is lined back towards the Seminole dugout. 1 strike the count. Mendez sets up on the third base side of the rubber as he triggers his windup. There's a changeup that's grounded to short. Fisher up with it. He throws to first. And there's one away. So 4 straight retired here in the early going by Wes Mendez as we are scoreless here in the top of the second inning. And that'll be Carson Luna, a freshman first baseman. He's making his second start of the season. He's 1 for 3 on the year. Right-handed hitter. He swings and misses at a changeup first pitch. And the count is 0-1. Again, Florida State using a different device to call pitches in this year. PitchCom is what they're using this year. As Mendez throws another changeup, that one bounces in. Blocked by Carnes. It'll roll back out towards Mendez. He'll scoop it with the glove towards his own dugout and gets a new baseball from home plate umpire Seth Buckminster. Now the 1-1 pitch. Change-up, swing and a miss. And Mendez gets ahead of Luna, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looking at the old ballpark, it was the ballpark at Arlington, and then it became Globe Life Field. As Mendez, another changeup, gets his second strikeout of the game. There are 2 down. And that will bring up Noah Miller. The outside of the old ballpark, to me, is more aesthetically pleasing. But the inside of this ballpark is absolutely spectacular. And again, one of the big issues there is they just had trouble with people sitting in the stands baking in July and August in the Texas heat, as Mendez starts Miller off with a changeup that misses low and outside. Noah Miller 3 for 10 with an RBI so far this season. That one is in the air to right field. Delamalier doesn't have to move much, makes the grab, and another 3-up, 3-down inning for Wes Mendez here as we are through 1.5 innings and scoreless. Florida State and Michigan here from Arlington, Texas. The Amegy Bank Baseball Classic. Florida State playing Michigan now. We'll take on Auburn and Nebraska to round out the weekend. But we head to a break right now. We'll have the bottom of the second coming up, as the Noles will have Frazier, Delamalier, and Estes due up when we return. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Crew. Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Oh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors, proud partner of the Noles. Like the Knowles, we value strength, performance, and durability. Our energy-efficient, acclaimed impact windows and doors withstand Florida's harshest weather. Built with advanced technology, they offer superior protection and longevity. Enhance your home with a team you can trust today. Contact Renewal by Anderson at bestwindowsgulfcoast.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors. Proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Our energy-efficient Acclaim Impact Windows and Doors withstand Florida's harshest weather. Contact Renewal by Anderson today or visit bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613. It'll be Gabe Frazier, Brody DeLamielleure, and Jace Estes due up for the Seminoles. We are scoreless. Bottom of the second inning. And in case you're charting this at home, Wes Mendez, 8 pitches in that top half of the second. He has now thrown 26 in 2 innings, retiring all 6 batters that he has faced. As Frazier swings at the first pitch, sends one in the air towards left. Long run for Stressler. He won't catch up to it. It's off the wall. Frazier rounding second. He heads to third. Throw coming in, not going to be in time. A leadoff triple for Gabe Frazier here to start off the bottom of the second inning. And he hit that one about as far as you can hit it to right field without getting a home run. There's a little bit where the fence goes from 372 and it goes out a little bit before it starts back into the 334 mark. And he hit it right into that corner created. There's a University of Texas at Arlington sign there, and Frazier hit it right off the UTA logo to start things off with a triple. And now DeLamielleure has a great RBI opportunity for the Seminoles. No score, but Florida State threatening as DeLamielleure takes a slider for a strike. First triple of the season for Gabe Frazier. As a matter of fact, that's the first triple of the season for any Seminole. Michigan in at the corners, regular depth in the middle. That ball gets away from the catcher but stays out in front, so Frazier will stay put down at third base. Now he's chatting with Ty Amegy, the Florida State third base coach in his 3rd year on staff. Brad Vanderglass is the first base coach. He is in his 4th year at Florida State. Mike Capozzi rounds out the assistant staff. He's the pitching coach in his 3rd year as well. Here's the pitch. That's in the air foul. That'll get out of play. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Also have a new member as far as the graduate assistant staff, Jack O'Reilly, in his first season. And Siler Griffin, who was a bullpen catcher before, is now a member of this staff. Michigan brings the shortstop and second baseman in on the pitch, but that misses outside and evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Siler Griffin, a new graduate assistant this year. Michigan will keep the infield in here, 2-2 count. Carey delivers, and that's a bouncer back to the mound. Frazier will have to stay put at third. Throw to first is going to be in time. Luna had a little trouble with his footwork over there, but did get a foot on the bag, so there's 1 away, and that will bring up Jace Estes. Jace Estes, probably the best bunter on the team, so it wouldn't surprise me at all if Link Jarrett decides to go safety squeeze here. He's got Gabe Frazier down at third, 1 out. Michigan will keep their infield in here against Estes. And we'll see if Link Jarrett wants him to drop down a bunt here. Estes sets up in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch is good for a strike. Estes showing no sign of bunting. 1 at bat, 1 hit, 1 RBI so far this year for the sophomore out of Crawfordville, Florida. As Estes back in the left-handed batter's box, taps the plate and he's ready. First base side of the rubber for Tate Carey. Frazier gets his lead off third. Here's the pitch. Misses inside. And the count is a ball and a strike now to Jace Estes. Looks into the dugout, gets signs from Seminole head coach Link Jarrett. Carry to the belt. He delivers. Estes lines one foul left side. And that will roll down the netting and out into left field. A lot of premium seating right at field level behind home plate. They've got a club directly behind the plate. And then a private box next to the visitors' dugout. And then beyond both dugouts, some more club seating. That's right at field level with tables and then a gathering place behind the tables. 1-2 pitch. That one is tapped foul. Will stay to ball in 2 strikes. 2 strikes now, so the bunt option probably off the table. Runner at third is Frazier. There's 1 out. We're scoreless. Bottom of the second. Estes ready. Here's the pitch. And that one is in the air, fouling out of play, left side. We'll get up into the second level of seating. It's a good bit of garnet and gold up above the Seminole dugout on that first base side. I would say Florida State fans do outnumber Michigan fans. Another 1-2 pitch and another foul ball. Well, you're working the pitch count. We need to get that run across, too, while we're doing it. Chase Williams waits in the on-deck circle. He's the 9-hitter today as Estes back in. Infield still in for Michigan. Here's the pitch. Line drive. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Chase Estes delivers with an RBI single. Noles have the lead 1-0. Good piece of hitting there by Chase Estes. Fouling off pitch after pitch, hanging in there in a 2-strike count, and then slapping a little single into right field to score the run. So Estes now at first. Chase Williams will be the batter. Switch hitter will hit from the left side. Here against the righty, Tate Carey. Chase Williams so far 1 for 12 with a couple of RBIs. Estes gets his lead off first. He runs well. As Carey now delivers, Williams will try to bunt his way aboard, but bunts it foul towards the third base dugout. 1 strike the count to Chase Williams. Estes is one of those guys that gets used as a late inning option as a pinch runner. Smart base runner, has good speed. New baseball out to Tate Carey, and more baseballs being brought out to home plate umpire Seth Buckminster. So Chase Williams now will step back into the batter's box. He's a junior out of Elmore, Alabama. Stanhope Elmore High School, then Northwest Florida State College for a year. And again, he tries to bunt his way aboard, drops it down towards the pitcher. Throw to first is going to be in time. So Estes moves over. That should be scored officially as a sacrifice bunt, though his intent was to try to bunt for a base hit. And now back to the top of the order, Braden Dowd, who singled his first time up. Dowd now up to 462. And that's going to be a ground ball. Ranging left is Culbertson, who was shifted a little bit there against Dowd, and he's able to make the play. Dowd is retired. That'll do it for the Noles here in the bottom of the second. But Florida State is on the board. A leadoff triple by Gabe Frazier, an RBI single by Jace Estes has put the Noles on top 1-0. As we head to the third, you're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Seminole Boosters is the largest source of funding for Florida State athletics and serves as the difference maker for our athletic program. You can join the team behind the team for only $5 per month. Learn more or join today at SeminoleBoosters.com. That's SeminoleBoosters.com.
Scott and Wallace the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles. Located in the heart of Tallahassee. Founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join Scott and Wallace at Dick Howser Stadium with the Animals and the best fans in college baseball all season long. Scott and Wallace, real trial lawyers, real results.
You're listening to Florida State Baseball.
Florida State Seminoles lead this one 1-0 as we begin the third inning. 7, 8, 9 batters due up for the Michigan Wolverines as Wes Mendez has retired all 6 batters he's faced and has needed just 26 pitches through his first 2 innings to do that. So it'll be Greg Pace Jr., the center fielder, who we've seen track down a couple of balls out there in center field so far. He's got very good range out there. He's begun the season 3 for 10 with 1 home run, 3 runs driven in. He's scored a couple of times as he'll step in here and hit from the right side against Wes Mendez. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. 92 on the fastball there from Mendez. And now Mendez winds and fires. Just misses the outside corner there. Hunter Carnes tried to frame that one and pull it back in. Couldn't get the corner there from Buckminster. As the 1-1 now for Mendez. Misses downstairs on the curveball. And the count is 2 balls and a strike. Started to tell you all about the trip here as Mendez now with the 2-1. That misses. Make it 3-1. Flew out of Tallahassee Wednesday night. Got in, got to the hotel. Everybody was able to get to bed early that night. Then we got up and came here and practiced yesterday. There's a swing and a miss. And the count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. After practice yesterday, the team went back to the hotel, showered, changed, and then we came back to this area. The hotel's only about 1.5 miles away. Payoff pitch just misses, and he walks the leadoff batter, Greg Pace. That will bring up Evan Hager. First base runner of the game for Michigan as Florida State leads this one 1-0. Then the team went to AT&T Stadium, which is behind me as this ballpark sits. Home plate, it's behind home plate in that direction, and got a tour of the Cowboys home before heading back to the hotel. So runner at first here, nobody out. Bailey holds the runner as that pitch is good for a strike. A fastball from Mendez to Evan Hager. Hager 6 for 15 with 5 runs batted in. He leads the team in RBIs here in the early going. Left-handed hitter is Hager against the lefty Wes Mendez. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good fastball there from Mendez. Make it 1 ball. No balls and 2 strikes. So Hager back in. Pace gets his lead. He's got 1 steal and 2 tries on the season. Fastball, strike 3 called. Got him with 94 on the outside corner. 3rd strikeout of the game so far for Wes Mendez, and that will bring up Drew Culbertson. Culbertson has 2 hits and 15 at-bats so far this year. 1-0 Florida State leads. Here with a runner at first and 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning. Mendez from the stretch, 3rd base side of the rubber as he looks in. Gets that pitch call from Mike Apposey in the Seminole dugout over the PitchCom device in his hat. He sets, kicks, and delivers a fastball that's paint in the black on the outside corner at 93. Strike 1 now to Drew Culbertson. That's a bunt attempt. Mendez off the mound, fields it, throws to first. That's going to be in time to get the speedy Culbertson. It was a good bunt, but Mendez does a very good job fielding his position. Very athletic pitcher, and he showed it there. A lot of pro scouts here, and that's going to be one of the things they'll all make a note about. how he was able to defend his position there against a very good bunt by Culbertson. They're 2 away. That will bring up the leadoff batter, Braden Jeffries. He had to get almost all the way to the foul line there to scoop that one up and then turn and throw to Miles Bailey, and it was a good job there by Wes Mendez. First pitch here to Jeffries misses, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Jeffries grounded out to second base his first time up. 1-0, Florida State on top with 2 out here in the top of the third. Runner at second. Swing and a miss by Jeffries. Doesn't go down as an at-bat for Culbertson. Same thing that happened with Chase Williams. Advanced the runner on a bunt where he's trying to bunt for a base hit, but he is given a sacrifice. Check swing on that pitch by Jeffries. He went around, so it's another strike. Make it 1-2 now to Jeffries. Jeffries, a sophomore infielder out of Valencia, California. Mendez delivers. Fastball misses up and in at 95. And that evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jeffries back in, waggles the bat, he's ready. Mendez to the set position, hands right in front of his chest. He kicks and delivers. And that just misses the zone. Mendez thought he had strike 3 there, but he didn't get the call from Seth Buckminster. So the count is full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second. Here's the payoff, runner going. Swing and a miss, strikeout, inning over. We're through 2.5. Florida State leads at 1-0. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
VyStar Plus checking account and unlock up to $570 in annual savings. Enjoy perks like getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit, identity and phone protection, and so much more. All for just $5.99 a month. To learn more, visit one of VyStar's local branches or visit VyStarCU.org. VyStar Credit Union, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Go Noles!
Seminole fans, it's time to cheer for our healthcare partner for life, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare. Serving 21 counties across North Florida and South Georgia, TMH provides cutting-edge, life-saving medical care for the Big Bend region. TMH is setting new standards for medical excellence, driving research and innovation to bring the best care to our region. TMH is your lifelong partner in health.
Florida State Seminoles leading 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. It'll be Noah Sheffield, Miles Bailey, and Cal Fisher due up here against Michigan starter Tate Carey. TOC is a proud partner of Florida State baseball. For the past 50 years, TOC has provided the highest quality comprehensive care to North Florida and South Georgia, one of the nation's premier sports medicine and orthopedic clinics. TOC, the team behind the team. So Knowles, second time around against Michigan starter Tate Carey, as Florida State touched him up for 1 run off of 3 hits in the first 2 innings. That run came last inning, a leadoff triple by Gabe Frazier, an RBI single by Jace Estes. And now it's Noah Sheffield, who walked his first time up. He swings at the first pitch, sends it foul and out of play. Tate Carey, all Big Ten freshman All-American last year. ERA of 3.63, a walks and hits per inning pitched of 1.21 as that pitch catches the inside corner, and Sheffield falls behind 0-2. He's a Canadian out of Windsor, Ontario. Winds and fires, Sheffield swings and misses. And there's a strikeout to start the bottom half of the third. Miles Bailey now steps in. Struck out his first time up. And this is how Tate Carey wants to face Miles Bailey. He wants to face him with no traffic on the base paths, which will allow him to just pitch around him altogether, or at least nibble and try to get him to chase after something bad. As the first pitch misses low and inside for ball one. That was a cutter from Tate Carey. 3 infielders to the right side with Turner, the second baseman, situated in short right field. They'll play him slightly to the pull side in the outfield. As takes a hack at that one and fouls it straight back. 1-1 the count. Very athletic family Tate Carey comes from. A mom who played tennis at 2 different universities, and you really probably can't find tennis programs in the same continent located further apart, as that pitch misses and Bailey skips over that ball. So the count is 2-1. Shayna, Tate Carey's mom, played tennis at the University of Hawaii and the University of Windsor. As Bailey lets that one sail by, it's called a strike. 2-2 the count. His dad played basketball at the University of Windsor. And now they almost have 4 infielders to the right side. The third baseman, Jeffries, is almost behind the bag at second, as that pitch will miss outside. I don't know that I've seen that extreme of a shift played by any team, whether it's Miles Bailey or anybody else. Here's the 3-2 now to Bailey. That's going to miss. Bailey draws the walk. Jeffries, if he moved about 3 steps to his left, would have been behind the bag at second. So that's how close he was to second base. As he moves back over to his more traditional spot at third, and everybody else shifts back over too as the right-handed hitting Cal Fisher steps in. Miles Bailey down at first, 1 out. Noles lead 1-0. We are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Second walk of the game issued by Carey to go along with the 3 hits he's given up. As he delivers, breaking ball. It's good for a strike. 0-1 the count here to Cal Fisher. Fisher lined out to center field his first time up. Stepped on one, but he hit it close enough for Pace to chase down. The 0-1 now to Fisher. Swing and a miss. Chased a slider off the plate there. And the count is 0-2 now to Cal Fisher. Junior out of Deerfield, Wisconsin. 2nd year as a full-time starter, 3rd year at Florida State. 0-2 pitch. Fly ball to right, slicing foul. And that will get into the stands. Just above an Amegy Bank sign. They are the sponsor of this tournament, the Amegy Bank College Baseball Series. First base side of the rubber for Tate Carey as he sets. And now he delivers. And another foul ball there by Fisher. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors for the Noles. 0s across the board for Michigan. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning with Miles Bailey at first and 1 out. 2nd year as a starter and 2nd year of hitting right in the middle of the order for Florida State for Cal Fisher. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball to third. Jeffries backs up on it. Throws to second. 5-4. They don't get the double play as Fisher's safe at first. So he gets first base on the fielder's choice. Bailey out 5-4. That will bring up Hunter Carnes. Carnes tapped one back to the pitcher his first time up. Sophomore out of Jacksonville, First Coast High School. Carnes 3 for 10 so far this year as he steps to the plate. Throw over to first, and Cal Fisher back in safely. Fisher, one of your captains, as voted on by his teammates. Miles Bailey and Ben Barrett, the other 2. Fisher held by Luna at first. Here's the pitch to Carnes. That's fouled, out of play. One strike count here to Carnes. Carnes has started every game behind the plate for Florida State this season. Here's the 0-1. Nope, we'll get a throw over, and again, Cal Fisher back in safely. Carnes last year, kind of a co-number one with Jackson West. And when he wasn't starting behind the plate, he had 9 starts in the designated hitter spot. Carey delivers. Carnes takes as that pitch is inside. And the count is 1-1. Got a couple of draft-eligible sophomores on this Seminole ball club, and Carnes is one of them. Miles Bailey is the other. And both of them are expected to go pretty high in the draft in July. Fisher takes his lead. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Tate Carey. Two outs, runner at first, and a 1-2 count to Carnes. Another throw over. They almost got Fisher that time. Brad Vanderglass right behind Cal Fisher there at first. First base coach for the Noles. 1-2 delivery from Carey. Carnes, fly ball, deep right field. Hager going back. Will it get over his head? No, he reaches up and makes the catch and then bangs into the wall out in right field. So a loud out there by Carnes to end the inning for the Seminoles. We head to the fourth. Florida State 1, Michigan nothing. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Physicians are fellowship trained and board certified specialists with the most advanced training in the region. Our mission is to provide the highest level of care for sports medicine, joint replacement, pain management, foot and ankle, hand and wrist, spine, trauma, pediatrics, and non-surgical medicine. Every specialty, every treatment option. TOC, only experts. Learn more at teamtoc.com.
No matter how busy life gets, your home is the place where your family and friends show you they care and celebrate with you. That's why the professionals at Barano Heating and Air Conditioning always make sure that your home is comfortable. Just like those who matter to you most, Barano will always be there for you. Schedule an appointment today at baranoac.com. That's baranoac.com.
This is Florida State Baseball.
Wes Mendez on the bump for the Seminoles. He's been very good so far, giving up just a walk to this point. So just one base runner thus far for Michigan. Florida State leads at 1-0. And Mendez has only needed 43 pitches so far to get through this first 3 innings of work as we begin the fourth. 1-0 lead for Florida State. See if Mendez can keep this going second time through against this Michigan lineup. Mendez transferred to Florida State from Ole Miss, where he was as a freshman. Had 17 appearances, 2 starts, and recorded 43 strikeouts over 32 2/3 innings in that freshman campaign. Then last year, after the transfer to Florida State, he was the Sunday starter for FSU, as the first pitch there is a changeup good for a strike to the right-handed hitting DH Cade Laidhoff. 78 innings of work last year in 16 starts, a record of 7-3, as that one is in the air, foul and out of play. Gave up 70 hits while walking 39 and striking out 90. Batters hit 240 against Wes Mendez last year. Now he's looking to build off of that in his draft year. Change up, popped up, foul territory, Carnes mask off. He's going to run out of room. Laidhoff just kind of threw the bat at it with a little half swing. Protect the plate mode there. No balls and 2 strikes, the count to Laidhoff. Really, you're more protect the count mode there. He had started the swing, was fooled, and then he just kind of half swing and foul something off. But he almost didn't get away with that because he popped it up, and it wasn't too far away from being catchable there for Hunter Carnes. That pitch will miss, and the count is 1-2 now to Laidhoff. 5 for 15 with 2 RBIs coming into the game today so far this year, as that pitch will miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Laidhoff. Foul ball, that goes straight back. Brendan Stressler will follow Laidhoff, and then Colby Turner. Ball retrieved after it hit off the net. And now Laidhoff back in. 2-2 pitch. That's grounded to Fisher. He scoops it up. There's a ball over to first, and it's off the glove of Bailey. Throw was a little bit to Bailey's right, and as he stretched for it, it went off the webbing of his glove and back to the backstop. Hunter Carnes was backing up, so he's there to pick it up, and that's the first error of the ball game by either team. Fisher, who had played flawless defense to this point in the season, makes his first error of the year. Michigan has their leadoff batter aboard. Knowles lead 1-0. We're in the top of the 4th. Nobody out. Brendan Stressler, the batter. He's out of Wilmette, Illinois. A junior. As that pitch sounded a little awkward when it got in there. I don't know if it was in the dirt, but it came out of the glove of Carnes and kept it in the batter's box, the right-handed batter's box, and kept the runner down at first base. They tossed that ball out. New one in play to Mendez. 1 ball and no strikes here to Brendan Stressler, who flew out to center field his first time up. He lines one past Gabe Frazier at third. That's going to be a base hit for Stressler. The first hit of the ball game for Michigan, and they've got runners at first and second now with nobody out. And Micah Posey is going to head to the mound here to have a chat with Wes Mendez. So the batter will be Colby Turner, but the whole infield is going to join in here on this visit to the mound. At VyStar Credit Union, you inspire us to go the extra mile to meet your financial needs. That's why we offer Florida State fans more banking options, like better rates and no hidden fees. Our team is also dedicated to making the communities we serve stronger, volunteering our time and talents while donating millions to local nonprofits. To learn more, visit VyStarCU.org. VyStar Credit Union, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Micah Posey heading back to the Seminole dugout. The bullpens here are in the power alleys. Florida State is in the bullpen in right field, and left field bullpen occupied by Michigan. Knowles looking for a bunt here as Frazier will be in tight at third, Bailey in tight at first. Colby Turner, the batter, doesn't show any sign of bunting as he takes a fastball there at 92 for a strike. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Knowles lead 1-0, but Michigan in a good spot here. Third base side of the rubber for Mendez. He sets. Here's the pitch. That misses inside, and the count is ball and a strike. These are 2 of the 5 winningest programs in college baseball history going at it here today. Michigan is 4th. Florida State is 5th in total program wins. Swing and a miss. Good change up there by Wes Mendez. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Michigan has 3,127 wins. Florida State has 3,123 wins. So Florida State just 4 behind Michigan for 4th all time. Swing and a miss. Mendez comes back, gets the strikeout of Turner, and that will bring up Carson Luna. There's one away. Noles lead 1-0. We're in the top of the 4th. Now, let me put a little context to those numbers. 3,127 wins for Michigan. 3,123 wins for Florida State. Florida State's done it in 79 seasons. Michigan's done it in 153. So almost twice as many seasons of playing baseball for Michigan than Florida State to get to essentially the same number of wins. But they are 4th and 5th in all-time wins by a program in college baseball. As that pitch is fouled out of play. Nothing going to win the count here to Carson Luna, who struck out his first time up. Luna, a freshman. Pokes one, leaping catch by Bailey. And everybody will return to the base safely, and there are 2 away. Good job by Miles Bailey. He needed every bit of that 6'4" frame, and then even a little bit more to get up and get that one. And now with 2 outs, runners at first and second. Noah Miller will be the batter. He's the catcher for the Michigan Wolverines. Mendez checks the runner at second, now delivers. First pitch misses low and in. That was a changeup to the right-handed hitting Miller. Ball and no strikes. 2 outs here. 1-0 lead for the Seminoles. Mendez trying to get out of this inning unscathed after the first 2 batters both got on base. Changeup misses outside. Ball and no strikes. Sorry, 2 balls and no strikes. A little walk around the back of the mound for Mendez. Deep breath now as he puts toe to rubber. And delivers. That one is swung on and fouled into the camera pit just at the front of Florida State's dugout. Right there by Brad Vanderglass and Amegy, who are down there doing their assistant coaching duties for when the team is out in the field. 2-1 pitch now from Mendez. Swing and a miss. That'll even it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Mendez is 1 pitch away from getting out of this. 1-0 Florida State leads here in the top of the 4th. Mendez to the set position. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, short center field. Fisher going back. He will call for it, makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 2 left stranded. Middle of 4, Florida State 1, Michigan 0. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
What's affordable in the neighborhood I want to buy?
Does it have a 2-car garage?
Does it have a fireplace?
What about a pool?
Does it have vaulted ceilings?
A realtor is your neighbor and ally, someone who understands your dreams and has the expertise to make them a reality.
Call a member of the Tallahassee Board of Realtors today. Visit us online at tbrnet.org to find a realtor.
The Tallahassee Board of Realtors, serving our community since 1935.
Hey Seminole fans, warm weather is approaching and you know what that means. Bugs like termites, mosquitoes, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses in the Tallahassee area and is a proud partner of Florida State Athletics. So you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Florida State leads this thing 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Gabe Frazier, Brody DeLamiere, and Jace Estes due up for the Seminoles. Amegy heading back to his spot in the third base coach's box as Tate Carey back out on the mound here. Tate Carey so far 50 pitches. in his 3 innings of work. He's given up 3 hits, walked 2, and allowed 1 run while striking out 2 Seminole batters. Florida State with a 1-0 lead. If you're wondering about Wes Mendez, he's at 63 pitches, and I would imagine that you're probably looking at 1 to maybe 2 max more innings for Wes Mendez. I would think 75 to 85 pitches is probably going to be about it for Mendez here this early in the year. So that's 1 and maybe 2 more innings as Frazier takes ball 1 low and inside here from Tate Carey. That is swung on in the air to left. Long run for Stressler, and that's going to be another extra base hit for Frazier. Will he get 3 this time again? No, he will not, as he stops at second. Stressler was able to get to that ball much more quickly than he did the line drive that Frazier hit last time up when he tripled. And now after tripling to lead off the second, Frazier has doubled to lead off the fourth, and that leads to Brody DeLamielleure. 1-0 Florida State on top. So far, low-scoring game. Will Link Jarrett ask DeLamielleure to bunt to try to get that runner over to third base here with nobody out. He does show bunt, stabs at it, but misses, and there's 1 strike now. So Frazier looking into the dugout from second base. DeLamielleure doing the same from the plate. DeLamielleure, a right-handed hitter, as Frazier gets his lead. Carey from the first base side of the rubber, keeping an eye on Frazier at second. This time DeLamielleure is not squared around, but he takes a fastball at 92 for a strike. 0-2 the count to the redshirt sophomore out of St. Augustine, Florida. Bartram Trail High School, the alma mater of Brody DeLamielleure. Grounded back to the pitcher's first time up. He lets a slider go outside, and the count is 1-2 strikes. DeLamielleure coming into the game 3 for 10 with 2 home runs. Here's the pitch. DeLamielleure swings and misses. That ball was in the dirt, picked up by Miller, and tags DeLamielleure. So DeLamielleure is out. There's 1 away. That will bring up Jace Estes. 3rd strikeout of the game for Tate Carey. So Estes, an RBI single, his first time up. He is now 2 for 2 on the season. Carey delivers. Estes gets out of the way of one, and sprawling behind home plate to keep that ball from getting back to the backstop was Noah Miller, and he saved his pitcher from a wild pitch there by a very acrobatic reception. Estes last year as a freshman, a couple of hits in 9 at-bats, 11 appearances and 1 start. He's got 2 hits here today. Runners being sent home. Here comes the throw, not going to be in time. Jace Estes, 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. And Link Jarrett putting Estes into the lineup today, and Estes is making sure that his head coach does not regret that decision as the Noles lead 2-0. And what a combo that's been. Get Frazier to lead off with an extra base hit and have Estes drive him in. They've accounted for both runs so far. Now Chase Williams will be the batter. Noles lead 2-0. 1 out. Estes held at first by Luna. As that pitch is in there for a strike to Chase Williams. The switch hitter hitting from the left side. Technically does not have an at-bat in this game as he tried to bunt his first time up. There was a runner on. The runner advanced safely, so he was given a sacrifice. And we've got a bat behind the home plate umpire that was not picked up. So time was called as the bats cleared out of the way, and now Chase Williams will get back into the batter's box. 0-1 the count. Carry to the belt. Not paying a whole lot of attention to Estes over at first, as Williams taps one foul first base side, and the count is 0-2. So Jace Estes with a couple of RBIs and a 2-for-2 day so far, making his first start of the season. Again, if you're just tuning in, he's at second. They moved Gabe Frazier over to third, and those two have accounted for both Seminole runs. 0-2 pitch. Misses low and in. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chase Williams was a Gold Glove winner in the state of Florida at the junior college level when he was at Northwest Florida State College. Second team all-conference player. Hit .379 with a couple of home runs and 29 stolen bases. That pitch will miss outside. He was drafted in the 19th round after his freshman year at Northwest Florida State College. Declined to sign and came to Florida State instead, now in his second year as a starter for the Noles. 2-2 count now to Chase Williams. Estes off first. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to first. That's going to be foul as it's gloved by Luna on the wrong side of the line. 1 out, 2-0 lead for the Noles. Florida State with 5 hits to just 1 for Michigan so far. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Noles trying to take the first game of this tournament. Play Auburn tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern time, and then Nebraska Sunday at 3:30 Eastern. Another throw over to first. Estes back in. Link Jarrett has said that this is a group of 4 teams that is bracket worthy at Omaha for the College World Series. As that pitch misses outside. And the count is full, so after falling in an 0-2 hole, Chase Williams has worked his way back into a full count. See if Link Jarrett wants to send the runner here at first. Time is called. And there is activity in the Michigan bullpen now. Time was called so Michigan could get a catcher down to the bullpen. Florida State has their bullpen crew in the bullpen. Michigan does not, and they have to call time here to get somebody down there. So Chase Williams back in. Payoff pitch from Carey, runner going. Swung on, that's through the middle. Estes will round second and head to third. And that's a single by Chase Williams, which puts runners on the corners thanks to Estes going on the pitch. Otherwise, you'd be at first and second now on a ball into center field like that. Aggressive base running by the Noles, and Chase Williams allows it to pay off. So runners at the corners now. Braden Dowd is the batter, but we're going to get a trip to the mound here by Brock Hunsinger, the pitching coach for the Michigan Wolverines. Going back to my comment about Link saying that this is a College World Series worthy bracket, more bodies heading down to the bullpen now as Hunsinger heads out there. Michigan started their season against 12th ranked Oregon State with a 5-3 win. Then they played Stanford and won 7-6, and then they defeated ranked Arizona 4-1 before losing to Oregon State 5-4 in 10 innings. So that's their 3-1 start to this season. And I certainly think that it's not out of the realm of possibility to expect this Michigan team to be pretty good based on that first weekend showing. And I don't think it's an overreaction. They played very good competition and fared extremely well. As Braden Dowd now the hitter. Dowd is 1 for 2 in this game and comes up with a big opportunity here. Noles on top 2-0. And a chance to add to that with runners at the corners. 1 out. Need to get something out of the infield. Runner going. Throw down is going to be in time. And Chase Williams is thrown out trying to steal. Opponents had stolen 2 out of 4 bases. Link Jarrett comes out. Chase Williams was talking to the second base umpire. Link Jarrett comes out now, and I think we're going to get another Sunstop second look here as the umpires confer. And that's exactly what's going on. So it is another Sunstop second look. Be sure to visit one of their 80 stores in North and Central Florida, South Alabama, and South Georgia. Join Sunstop Rewards today. Shop more, save more. Sunstop is a proud sponsor of Florida State Athletics. I think they tagged him on the foot before he got his hand on the bag. The throw was to the first base side, but a nice acrobatic catch there by the shortstop covering the bag. And yeah, I think he did get him. Looked like he got him either on the hamstring or the calf. Umpires are back out here from the Sunstop second look. This is Florida State's second challenge, and they are going to keep the call on the field. So FSU does not have any more challenges now. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Runner at third, 2 outs. Braden Dowd the batter, and now fewer possibilities as far as how to score that runner from third with 2 outs as opposed to 1 out. 1-1 count here to Braden Dowd. Dowd 1 for 2 in this ball game. Checks his swing, did not go around on a pitch that was low and outside. Dowd out of Clarkston, Michigan. He's a junior, transfer from USC, Southern Cal, where he hit leadoff the last couple of years. 1-1 pitch. That's called a strike, make it 1-2. He's just been an on-base machine throughout his career. Above 400 as a freshman and then 446 last year. 67 career walks to 65 career strikeouts coming into the season for Braden Dowd. Checks his swing there and did not go around once again. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Estes down at third base. Dowd back into the left-handed batter's box. 2-0 lead for Florida State here in the bottom of the 4th. And that pitch will miss. Dowd draws the walk. And the Noles now back to runners at the corners. Noah Sheffield will be the batter. You've got to come after Sheffield here if you're Michigan, because you do not want Miles Bailey coming up with multiple runners on base. You'd much rather get Sheffield here and pitch to Bailey in the leadoff spot in the next inning. So Noah Sheffield should get some pitches to look at, or swing at, I should say, here in this at-bat. And he gets one there. Left side, that's going to get through. Base hit, Estes scores, and the Noles lead 3-0. Braden Dowd will hold up at second base. Now Miles Bailey comes up with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Give Noah Sheffield his 5th RBI of the season. And you got to know that as a hitter. You go up in that situation, you've got to know, I've got Bailey behind me. They've got to pitch to me here. So you go up there looking for something specific, and Sheffield, good job of hitting. Now Miles Bailey with runners at first and second and 2 outs. That pitch will miss outside. And again, that's one of the reasons why you saw Stutzer in that spot on opening day and Sheffield in that spot in the game since, because they're guys that can hit fastballs very well. as that will miss up high. 2-0 now to Miles Bailey. And Link Jarrett just feels like that's a spot in the lineup that's going to see a lot of fastballs. Bailey 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Dowd at second, Sheffield at first, 2 down. Knowles on top, 3-0. 7 hits so far in this game for Florida State as Bailey takes a big hack at that one, sends it foul and out of play. Dowd heads back to second. Sheffield heads back to first as Miles Bailey will step back in the left-handed batter's box. 20 career home runs for Bailey. Hit .324 last year as a freshman. 19 of those 20 coming in his freshman campaign. The 2-1 pitch. That one is skied to left field. Long run for Stressler coming in. He adjusts and makes the catch. Side retired, but the Knowles pick up 2 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2 stranded. We are through 4 innings here at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Florida State 3, Michigan nothing. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Tailgate or conference room. Whichever table you gather around, we'll be sure there's plenty to go around. Bring them together with barbecue. Grab Sonny's to go, or let us cater your next shindig with all your slow smoke favorites and sides. Available for pickup, delivery, or set up and serve. Order now at Sonny'sBBQ.com. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
This is Robert Scott, partner at Scott & Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles. Located in the heart of Tallahassee, founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join Scott & Wallace at Dick Howser Stadium with the Animals and the best fans in college baseball all season long. Let's get it, Knowles. Scott & Wallace, real trial lawyers, real results.
You're listening to Florida State Baseball.
Florida State on top as we head to the top of the 5th inning. And it's Knowles 3, Michigan nothing. Bottom third of the lineup due up here for the Wolverines. Wes Mendez back out on the bump for the Seminoles. He's given up just 1 hit so far, while throwing 63 pitches in 4 innings of work. And he has recorded 5 strikeouts. And again, I feel like you're probably looking at maybe 1 to 2 more innings for Mendez. There are bodies moving around the Seminole bullpen right now. And as I say, you're probably looking at 1 to 2 more innings. I do notice somebody throwing down there as that first pitch is fouled off. Nothing to 1 the count. John Abraham is up and throwing in the Seminole bullpen. Here's the 0-1. Good fastball there from Wes Mendez, 92 on that one. He has been 92 to 95 the entire game. The 0-2. Called third strike. Got him with 93 on the outside third. That's strikeout number 6 for Wes Mendez. Second one that's been looking. The other 4 have been swinging. Nobody on, 1 out here, and that'll be Evan Hager. Hager struck out looking his first time up. Hager, the RBI leader for the Wolverines, as that pitch is good for a strike. Nothing in 1 the count. Hager taps the plate as he's back in. Swing and a miss. Took a big cut there at a fastball from Wes Mendez. Hager's out of New Hudson, Michigan, Detroit Catholic Central High School. Started at Alabama in 2024. Redshirted there as that pitch misses up and in the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Then he transferred to Houston, where he played last year. Started 11 games and played in 39 total. Swing and a miss. Hager strikes out. There are 2 down. That will bring up Drew Culbertson. Culbertson tried to bunt his way aboard first time up. He's a junior from Greenwood, Indiana. Played his freshman year at Missouri, then transferred to Oklahoma State, now at Michigan, as that one is fouled off. 0-1 the count. Culbertson has good speed, tried to bunt his way aboard first time up. He advanced a runner, so it went down as a sacrifice, but he was trying to bunt his way aboard. So he's technically 0 for 0 at the plate in this ballgame. Taps the outside, then the inside of the plate as he sets his feet and awaits the 0-1 pitch here from Mendez. Mendez delivers. Change-up, swing and a miss. 81 miles an hour on that change-up. Abraham continues to throw down in the Seminole bullpen. And we will see if he comes out for the 6th inning or if Mendez can finish this one off quickly, if they can get another inning out of him. Change-up misses down low as Culbertson lets it go by. Ball and 2 strikes. New baseball out to Wes Mendez. Jarrett moving the infielders a little bit as that pitch misses the inside corner. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody aboard. Mendez now at 74 pitches. That makes me think he's probably going to be done after this inning, as that'll miss outside. And the count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Toes the rubber. Gets the pitch in from Micah Posey. Here's the payoff. Swing and a foul tip. Nope. It's going to be catcher's interference. So Culbertson heads down to first base. That goes down as an error to the catcher, Hunter Carnes. So the noise that I thought was a foul tip was actually glove hitting, or bat hitting glove, and then I think he still caught a little bit of the baseball too. But so runner gets first, and now the leadoff batter, Braden Jeffries, steps in. We have 2 guys batting leadoff today named Braden. Fastball good for a strike here to left-handed hitting Jeffries. It was 92 on that one from Wes Mendez. As Bailey holds Culbertson there at first. Culbertson has not attempted a steal this season. The 0-1. Swings at a pitch in on the hands and fouls it back towards the Seminole dugout. Really see him fighting that off. It might have caught a bit of the foot too off of his bat. 0-2 the count here to Jeffries. Mendez, third base side of the rubber as he sets, hands in front of his chest, takes a look at the runner, now delivers. It's a slider that misses. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's worked mostly off a fastball cutter changeup today. I've seen a few curveballs, only a couple of sliders so far. 1-2 pitch. Fastball just misses the outside corner. Carnes gives him a little look back to home plate umpire Tim Winningham, and says, "Hey, where was that one exactly?" Now the 2-2 offering from Mendez. Ground ball, leaping play by Bailey. He will take it himself, and that's 2 times where the Noles have needed all of that 6'4" frame and then some for Miles Bailey to get up in the air and snag, this time, a ground ball. Before it was a soft liner, and both times he's been equal to the task, and the Noles are done with Michigan here in the top of the fifth. Leading 3-0. We're halfway through this one. Florida State coming to bat. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Proud partner of the Knolls. Like the Knolls, we value strength, performance, and durability. Our energy-efficient, acclaimed impact windows and doors withstand Florida's harshest weather. Built with advanced technology, they offer superior protection and longevity. Enhance your home with a team you can trust today. Contact renewal by Anderson at bestwindowsgulfcoast.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Look no further than Sunstop Convenience Stores. With a fuel to keep you going, snacks, hot deli items, and more, Sunstop is the perfect teammate to knock your game days out of the park. Join our rewards program to rack up points with every purchase and use the points to save money on fuel. The more you shop, the more you save. Add our Sunny Saver payment card and save even more money on every fuel purchase. Sunstop Convenience Stores are your MVP for game day. Sunstop, we're from here. Go Noles!
State on top of this one, 3-0. Bottom of 5. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 spots due up for the Seminoles here. Tate Carey back out on the bump. For the Michigan Wolverines as Cal Fisher strides in. Sunstop Food, Fuel, and More. Find everything you need under the sun at Sunstop, a proud sponsor of Florida State Athletics. As Fisher leads things off. And that pitch will miss inside. That was pitch number 76 for Tate Carey. Mendez now at 80. As that pitch is fouled out of play. John Abraham continues to throw in the Seminole bullpen, which makes me feel more and more like Wes Mendez's day is going to be done at 80 pitches. Line drive, right field. Hager backing up on it. That's going to get over his head. Fisher heads to second, and he will turn around second, head to third. Throw in is going to be in time. Tried to stretch that one into a triple. They hit the cutoff man, and then the cutoff man threw a strike to third base. Fisher tried to evade the tag, but was still tagged out. Goes down as a double, and then he's out 9-6-5. As Carnes hits one in the air to center field. Pace is under it. He'll make the catch, and there are 2 outs. That'll bring up Gabe Frazier. Well, that's an unfortunate break for Florida State, because that fly ball would have been deep enough to score Fisher, or to move Fisher from second to third. Then you'd have third base with 1 out, and Gabe Frazier up, who is red hot in this one. And while we're going through scenarios here, we're going to get a Kowalski call to the bullpen. Kowalski Sausage, the Sausage King of Detroit. Check out their website at Kowality.com, Kowality.com, as we get the call to the bullpen here. New pitcher for Michigan will be Wyatt Novara. He's a left-hander, a junior from Dexter, Michigan. And while he makes his way to the mound, we'll take a break. Noles on top 3-0. And Florida State has nobody on and 2 outs here with Gabe Frazier, the batter. When we return, we'll give the new pitcher a little time to warm up, and then we'll be back. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Anderson Windows and Doors, proud partner of the Knolls. Like the Knowles, we value strength, performance, and durability. Our energy-efficient, acclaimed impact windows and doors withstand Florida's harshest weather. Built with advanced technology, they offer superior protection and longevity. Enhance your home with a team you can trust today. Contact Renewal by Anderson at bestwindowsgulfcoast.com. License number CGC 1527613.
This is Robert Scott, partner at Scott & Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles. Located in the heart of Tallahassee, founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join Scott & Wallace at Dick Howser Stadium with the Animals and the best fans in college baseball all season long. Let's get it, Knowles. Scott & Wallace, real trial lawyers, real results.
You're listening to Florida State Baseball.
So Wyatt Navarra, the new pitcher for Michigan. 6'3", 200-pound junior left-hander. And for Navarra, this is his second appearance. He's thrown 1 inning on the season, allowed 1 hit, 1 earned run with no walks and no strikeouts. And he'll face Gabe Frazier here. And I'll just go ahead and say, just like those who matter to you most, Barano Heating and Air Conditioning will always be there for you. Schedule an appointment today at baranoac.com. And I'll read that because Gabe Frazier certainly has been heating up here today with a double and a triple, 2 for 2 on the afternoon. He has scored 2 of the 3 Seminole runs, with both of his runs coming off of singles by Jace Estes, and they will shift against the left-handed hitting Frazier here as he faces Navarra. Wyatt Navarra. Frazier in the air to left. Stressler moving to his left and back a little bit will make the grab. And the Noles go down, well, not in order, but they do go down with just 3 batters coming to the plate. No runs on 1 hit, nobody left stranded. We are through 5 complete here in Arlington, Texas. The Amegy Bank College Baseball Series at Globe Life Field. We'll have more for you in just a moment. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
No matter how busy life gets, your home is the place where your family and friends show you they care and celebrate with you. That's why the professionals at Barano Heating and Air Conditioning always make sure that your home is comfortable. Just like those who matter to you most, Barano will always be there for you. Schedule an appointment today at baranoac.com. That's baranoac.com. Noles fans, are you ready for game day? Tavello Brewing Company in Thomasville is just a short ride down the road. From our refreshing sangria, hard seltzer slushies, to the only place you can find our award-winning blackberry hibiscus hard cider, we've got something for every taste. Grab your crew and swing by Tavello. Let us help make your game weekend even better. Tavello Brewing Company. It's just better. Proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Go Noles!
This is Florida State Baseball.
Florida State leads 3-0 as we go to the 6th inning, and I am wrong. Wes Mendez is back out, and looking at who's due up here for Michigan, Mendez is at 80 pitches right now. We've got Ladoff, Stressler, and Turner, the 2, 3, and 4 spots. The 3-hitter, Stressler, is a lefty. So we'll see if Mendez is out for the whole inning or if he's going to be out here to face Ladoff and Stressler, and then they'd go to the bullpen for Abraham to face the right-hander in Turner. Comebacks begin here. Wilson Children's Hospital, always here. Wilson Children's is proud to be the official children's hospital of Florida State Athletics. So Wes Mendez has been very good so far in this one. And the first pitch there misses. He's given up 1 hit while walking 1 and striking out 7 in 5 innings of work. That was pitch number 81 for Mendez. Pitch number 82 is a 91-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. 1-1 the count here to Ladoff, who's 0 for 2. He struck out and reached on an error. 3 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors for the Noles, 0-1-0 for Michigan as that one is fouled off. Out of play. Foul ball is presented by Renewal by Anderson Doors and Windows. Third base side of the rubber for Mendez. He winds and fires. Changeup misses low and in, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Noles straight away here against the right-handed hitting Ladoff, with the exception of Cal Fisher playing a little bit to the third base side of where he would normally line up. So throws the bat at a ball just off the plate. Protect the plate mode, fouls it off, and hangs in there to see another pitch. 2-2 is still the count here to Cade Ladoff. Mendez with the pitch. Popped up, foul territory. Frazier, the third baseman, is over there, but he's going to run out of room as that one goes into the Michigan dugout. And again, we stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Play again tomorrow against Auburn. They're ranked number 9. That one's going to be at 4 o'clock Eastern time. We'll have the on-deck show for you at 3:45. And then Sunday, we wrap up this tournament with a 3:30 Eastern time start against Nebraska. Still 2-2. Ladoff waves the bat. He's ready. Here's Mendez's pitch. Popped up right side. Foul territory. Mask off. Going over towards the Seminole dugout is Carnes, and he is going to run out of room as that one gets up into the first row of the stands there. And again, we stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Carnes got tangled up in the netting there a little bit. There isn't much by way of a wall there behind home plate, as they do have field-level club seats. And Carnes lost something through the netting, so he's having an equipment issue. Not sure what he lost there through the netting, but Drew Linder, the director of baseball operations, now down into the dugout to try to get whatever it is that Carnes needs. Mike Apposey and Link Jarrett are over looking in that luxury suite. Again, there's club behind home plate, and then there's one luxury box on right next to each dugout. And Carnes went into that netting, and it seems like something came off of his equipment and went through the net and into that box. Now somebody's climbing the glass barrier between the home plate club and that box next to the dugout, and whatever it was that went in there has been retrieved and handed off to graduate assistant Jack O'Reilly. Carnes got a replacement for whatever that was from the dugout. Now he's back behind the plate, and we get another 2-2 pitch. That'll miss outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Noles. 0-1-0 for Michigan. John Abraham continues to throw down in the Seminole bullpen. The windup and the payoff. That's back up the middle and into the outfield. Running catch. Chase Williams on the liner. And Ladoff is retired. There's one away. That will bring up Brendan Stressler. It was a long run for Williams, slicing off the bat of the right-handed hitter. And I thought we might see Mendez throw to the left-hander Stressler, but Mike Apposey is out right now, and I think this may be it here for Mendez. And it might be a case of they're trying to get him a little bit higher on the pitch count and maybe see that lefty. But after a 9-pitch at-bat for Ladoff, that puts him at 89 now, as that is going to be it for Wes Mendez. So we are going to get a Kowalski call to the bullpen here. Kowalski, the Sausage King of Detroit. Head to their website, Kowality.com, Kowality.com. So John Abraham will enter the game for the Seminoles. Wes Mendez's day is done. 5 1/3, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts for Mendez. Another very good outing for the left-handed junior out of Tampa, Florida. So while John Abraham makes his way to the mound, we'll take a break. We're in the top of the 6th. Knowles on top, 3-0. Thus far, we'll have more Seminole baseball in a moment. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Health Solutions. Did you know you can relieve stress by doing yoga at a Florida Blue Center? And exhale. Treating yourself to Florida Blue discounts. Seeing a chiropractor covered by Florida Blue. Having your own Florida Blue health consultant.
Welcome.
Or cheering on your team right now. Discover more game-changing health solutions at FloridaBlue.com. Florida Blue is a trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc.
Every great team has a playbook. What's yours for getting home safely? If alcohol is in the mix, driving isn't. In Florida, nearly 1 in 5 crashes with an impaired driver results in a fatality. Plan ahead, designate a driver, grab a ride share, or stay put. Winning starts with smart choices. Drive sober, arrive alive, go Knowles. A message brought to you by the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles.
You're listening to Florida State Baseball.
John Abraham enters the game for the Seminoles, so Wes Mendez's day is done. John Abraham, 6'3", 193-pound junior right-hander out of Tampa, Florida, Jesuit High School. And he will come in here and face Brendan Stressler with empty bases and 1 out. Knowles on top, 3-0. Hey, Knowles fans, agents who are realtors have the expertise to guide you as you make your next move. Find a realtor, member of the Tallahassee Board of Realtors, at tbrnet.org. And I think Link Jarrett and Mike Capozzi are going to be extremely happy with that outing from Wes Mendez. Final line, 5 1/3, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. 5 1/3 is a season high, as he went 5 last week against JMU. But you'll take that goose egg in the run column every single time they go out there. As Abraham delivers, that pitch misses, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Fastball, cutter, curveball, and changeup for Abraham. He'll top out at about 94. And there's the curveball right there. It's a good hard spiked curve. He got a swing and a miss on that one. 1-1 pitch here from Abraham. Swing and a miss. Another curveball. Abraham this year, 2 appearances, ERA of 2.45 and 3 2/3. He has struck out 6, walking 1 and allowing 3 hits. Batters hitting .214 against him. That one will miss downstairs. A changeup from Abraham. Abraham, a very experienced pitcher. 70 innings of work in his career. This is his 49th appearance. It's a veteran guy who's had a leverage role in the bullpen since day one. Swing and a miss. Gets a strikeout of Stressler. There are 2 away, and that will bring up Colby Turner. So Colby Turner, the batter. They had a shift on there against Stressler that involved Gabe Frazier moving over to the right side of the infield with Fisher staying put at shortstop. Now Frazier returns to his spot at third base. Again, Jace Estes starting at second today with Frazier moving over to third as that pitch misses down low and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Those 2 have been key to this ball game for Florida State, with Frazier a triple and a double and Estes scoring in both times with base hits. That's a grounder to left side. Backhand play by Fisher. Throw over to first is on the mark. And going down in order here in the top of the 6th are the Michigan Wolverines. We head to the bottom half. Florida State 3, Michigan nothing. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
the place that generations have trusted to help their kids grow up healthy and strong. What's here are caregivers with knowledge and expertise rivaling any children's hospital in the world. What's here is a Level 1 pediatric trauma center for critical, life-saving care. What's here is Wolfson Children's Hospital, with the technology, research, and dedication to save and change countless young lives. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
It's game on, Knowles fans, no matter where you might be. From the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. So as long as you've got a TV and a signal, you don't have to miss another game. Just one more reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America 48 straight years and counting. Ford, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. See your local Ford dealer today.
Florida State leads this thing 3-0 as we go to the bottom half of the sixth. Wyatt Navarra back out on the mound for Michigan. He's the second pitcher of this ball game. It was Tate Carey starting. He went 4 2/3, gave up 8 hits and 3 earned runs with 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. So Navarra now will face the bottom third of the lineup, DeLamielleure, Estes, and Williams. There's been some production down there. I mentioned Estes 2 for 2 with a couple of RBIs. Chase is 1 for 1. As DeLamielleure tees off on the first one, line drive to right, backing up on it is Hager, and he will make the catch. I thought that one had a shot at getting over Hager's head out there. Good contact by DeLamielleure. And how about Jace Estes? He's now 3 for 3 on the season, 2 for 2 in this game. He has gotten an RBI in each of his at-bats this year. The only way he can do it in this one is by hitting a home run as he takes strike 1. I'm not going to say he can't do it. I'm just going to say he's not a great candidate for a home run in this ballpark. The 0-1 now to Estes. That'll miss outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Empty bases and 1 out here. Bottom of 6. Estes facing a shift. Infield, 3 infielders to the right. That one is good for a strike. 1 and 2. They play him very shallow in the outfield. A little bit deeper in right than they are in center or left. The 1-2 now to Estes. That will miss low and outside. 93-mile-an-hour fastball there from the left-hander Wyatt Navarra. He works the third base side of the rubber, working from the stretch with empty bases. Kicks and pitches. Ground ball to the right side. Gloved by the second baseman. He tries to throw to Navarra, covering the bag, and it is past him. Catcher was backing things up, so Estes stays put at first, but he reaches on the error. That is going to be by the second baseman, Colby Turner. That play's made a little more difficult really by communication. Luna's got to let that one go and let the second baseman handle it and book it to the bag. Instead, the second baseman has to try to hit a moving target there in the pitcher, Matt Navarra. And it is something obviously you practice a lot of, but it's still made more difficult by having to do that rather than being able to throw it to your first baseman there. So with 1 out, runner at first now, Chase Williams takes ball 1 here from the left-handed pitching Wyatt Navarra. Chase Williams hitting from the right side now, a switch hitter against the lefty. Sacrifice back in the second and a single in the fourth. Shows bunt. on that one, pulls the bat back, does not offer, and takes that one down low. 2 balls and no strikes. Chase Williams looks at his wristband, and that's the cipher for the signs coming from Link Jarrett in the Seminole dugout. Navarro delivers, and that's ball 3. Gets away from the catcher, not far enough for Estes to move over. And Noah Miller wants a new baseball here from home plate umpire Tim Winningham. Three runs on 9 hits, 2 errors for the Noles, 0-1 and 0 for Michigan. Pitch. Ball 4. Now the Noles have first and second with 1 out. And back to the top of the order and Braden Dowd. So the Noles lead 3-0. Trying to put themselves in a good spot here. They've got 1 in scoring position and 2 on. Dowd is 1 for 2 with a walk as he steps in here to face the left-handed Wyatt Navarro. So left-on-left matchup here. First pitch is in there for a strike. Link Jarrett has been very complimentary of Braden Dowd and his ability to handle left-handed pitching, despite being left-handed himself. Here's the 0-1, and that one is fouled off. 0-2 the count here to Dowd. From Michigan to Florida State by way of Southern Cal. The 0-2 pitch. This is outside, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Navarro will take a moment to tie his shoe behind the mound there, and that gives him a reset of the 22nd clock. One-two pitch to Dowd. Line drive to left field. That one is going to get way over the head of Stressler. Estes will score. Chase Williams is being waved home. Throw to the plate, not going to be in time. A 2-run double by Braden Dowd. That puts the Noles up 5-0 here in the Amegy Bank College Baseball Series. And that'll bring up Noah Sheffield, still 1 out, with Dowd down at second. Good piece of hitting there. Got a pitch on the outer third of the plate. Went the other way with it and lined it over the head of Stressler. And that's going to bring out the pitching coach, Brock Huntsinger. Actually, that's head coach Tracy Smith, so we're going to get a Kowalski call to the bullpen here. Kowalski, the Sausage King of Detroit. Check out their website, Kowality.com, Kowality.com. And new pitcher coming in here for the Wolverines while he makes his way to the mound. We'll take a break. Noles on top, 5-0. And trying to increase that lead a little bit more. Dowd down at second, Sheffield the batter when we return. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Our physicians are fellowship-trained and board-certified specialists with the most advanced training in the region. Our mission is to provide the highest level of care for sports medicine, joint replacement, pain management, foot and ankle, hand and wrist, spine, trauma, pediatrics, and non-surgical medicine. Every specialty, every treatment option. TOC, only experts. Learn more at teamtoc.com.
Hey Seminole fans, warm weather is approaching and you know what that means. Bugs like termites, mosquitoes, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses in the Tallahassee area and is a proud partner of Florida State Athletics. So you know that you're getting the best from the best.
To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
This is Florida State baseball.
Brendan Mann is the new pitcher for Michigan. 6'3", 247-pound senior out of Franklin, Michigan. He has not yet made an appearance this year. So this is his first time on the mound in 2026. He actually came to Michigan in 2023. And played baseball, then played football in 23 and 24. But is focusing now totally on baseball. But he's, again, not yet appeared this year. He had 10 appearances and 9 1/3 innings of work last year. 17 appearances in 2024 and 13 appearances and 1 start in 2023. Now, the one thing I don't know is if he was hurt last week or if they just didn't decide to use him when they had 4 very close games. And he hit Sheffield with the first offering, so now it's first and second with 1 out. That will bring up Miles Bailey. Because you've got 2 things here. Either he was sick or hurt and not available, or he was not a guy that they were comfortable going to in any of those situations. Even though he's a veteran arm with 40 career appearances and 45 1/3 innings. So Miles Bailey now the batter. He's got a career ERA of 6.35 in those 45 1/3 innings. Not a big strikeout guy with 24 career strikeouts while walking 39 batters. First pitch, slider, good for a strike. 0-1 now to Miles Bailey. And if he's just a guy that's in the second tier of relievers, with the Noles on top 5-0, Tracy Smith might be hoping he can get some scoreless frames out of Mann and then chip away at this Seminole lead. As that one gets away from the catcher, everybody advances. And Noles with 2 on and 2 in scoring position here with a 1-1 count to Miles Bailey. You do get to a point in a game where you say, okay, look, I can't keep chasing this lead and using up arms. I've got 2 more games to play this weekend. So that does factor into the thinking when you're making pitching changes. When you get to a lead of a certain point, and Tracy Smith coming out already, and he may have already seen enough of Brendan Mann. Yep, we're going to get another quality call to the bullpen. So Brendan Mann didn't last long in here. And they've got a lefty coming in. Looks like Keegan O'Hearn. Nope, that's not right. Well, we'll figure out who the pitcher is while we take a quick break, give him a chance to warm up. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Hey, it's the Good Greek Spiro, and as a former police SWAT officer, I know what it takes to build a great team and to be a great operator. I've applied these principles in building the world's only total relocation company. From listing your house for sale to finding your dream home and everything in between, Good Greek can do it all. Good Greek also offers junk removal and auto shipping to complement our renowned moving and storage business. For your total relocation solutions, go to goodgreek.com.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
Seminole fans know that when their health is on the line, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. TMH is home to the top heart and vascular program, the highest level of care for premature babies, the area's most powerful cancer center, and the region's only Level 2 trauma center. TMH is setting new standards for medical excellence, driving research and innovation to bring the best care to our region. TMH is your lifelong partner in health.
This is Florida State baseball.
Well, it is Keegan O'Hearn. I was right the first time. I thought I saw 29 coming in, a left-hander, and looked down, and Keegan O'Hearn is 29 and left-handed, but he's listed on the roster, the paper roster, as an outfielder. But he is listed on their roster, on their website, as a left-handed pitcher, not as an outfielder. He has hit with 32 at-bats last year and hit 281, though I don't see any at-bats this year, and I don't have information telling me whether he is focusing strictly on pitching or is still a two-way player. But he inherits a 1-1 count here to Miles Bailey. First appearance of the season for Keegan O'Hearn. He had 3 pitching appearances last year, throwing 2 2/3, giving up 3 hits while walking 8 and striking out 4. And he had an ERA of 13.50. Michigan will bring the infield in here. O'Hearn, 6'5", 225 pounds, a redshirt sophomore from Oshawa, Ontario. And that pitch misses, and the count is 2 balls and a strike. Well, the move from Brendan Mann, who didn't have an appearance, to Keegan O'Hearn, who doesn't have an appearance, tells me he's conserving arms now. Tracy Smith is. As that pitch will miss. O'Hearn has a very unorthodox motion as he breaks his throwing hand from his glove. He kind of throws that hand straight back and straightens the arm out before then delivering a pitch. That's 95 for a strike. And the count is full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So it feels like watching him, he'd be a tough pickup for a left-handed hitter, tough to pick that ball up. But he has had trouble throwing strikes throughout his career. Payoff pitch, misses outside. That loads the bases up now for Cal Fisher. So you've got Dowd at third, Sheffield at second, Bailey at first. It was a 2-run double by Dowd, and then Sheffield hit by a pitch. They moved over on a wild pitch. Then Bailey walked to load him up, and now Cal Fisher, who doubled his last time up, he's 1 for 3 in this ball game. Hit one on the screws back in the first inning, but right at the center fielder as that pitch misses up high, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. There is more activity down in the Michigan bullpen. They have a righty and a lefty up and throwing. Now the 1-0 pitch. Fly ball to right field. Backing up is Hager at the warning track. He'll make the catch. Dowd will tag and head home as Sheffield tags and moves to third base. Run scores. Knowles leads 6-0 on the sacrifice fly by Cal Fisher, scoring Braden Dowd. And now it's runners at the corners with 2 outs for Hunter Carnes. So Bailey at first, Sheffield at third, Carnes the batter. Really has jumped on a couple of balls today, but nothing to show for it as he's 0 for 3. Swings and fouls that one straight back. Nothing and 1 the count. Gabe Frazier, the on-deck batter, retrieved that foul ball. New baseball out to the pitcher. That one is lined to center field, backing up his pace, but he's going to be able to make the grab, and Carnes again unloads on one, but hits it right at somebody to retire the side. But not before the Seminoles put a 3 spot on the board here in the 6th. We head to the 7th. Florida State 6, Michigan nothing. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Hey, it's the Good Greek Spiro, and as a former police SWAT officer, I know what it takes to build a great team and to be a great operator. I've applied these principles in building the world's only total relocation company. From listing your house for sale to finding your dream home and everything in between, Good Greek can do it all. Good Greek also offers junk removal and auto shipping to complement our renowned moving and storage business. For your total relocation solutions, go to goodgreek.com.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
Behind the scenes of Seminole Athletics, there is a community of supporters who pledge their personal resources to provide all teams with the greatest opportunity for success. That community is Seminole Boosters. Seminole Boosters is the largest source of funding for Florida State athletics and serves as the difference maker for our athletic program. You can join the team behind the team for only $5 per month. Learn more or join today at SeminoleBoosters.com. That's SeminoleBoosters.com.
You're listening to Florida State Baseball.
John Abraham back out on the mound for the Seminoles here as we move to the 7th inning with Florida State on top 6-0. It's Wes Mendez starting, going 5 1/3, giving up 1 hit, walking 1 and striking out 7. And Abraham came in, got a strikeout and a ground out to retire the first 2 batters he's faced. And now he will face the 5, 6, and 7 spots in this Michigan lineup. 6-0 lead for Florida State. Those fans, agents who are realtors have the expertise to guide you as you make your next move. Find a realtor, a member of the Tallahassee Board of Realtors at tbrnet.org. So Carson Luna, actually no, we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Luna. Matt Ossenfort. So Ossenfort to hit here for Luna. Ossenfort, a left-handed batter, 286 on the season with 4 hits and 14 at-bats. He'll take a fastball, 91 miles an hour for a strike. The windup and the pitch from Abraham. That one misses and evens up the count at 1 apiece. Six runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Noles, 0, 1, and 0 for Michigan. Abraham winds and fires. Curveball in there for a strike. 1 and 2 the count. Abraham gets the pitch call in from Micah Posey, now delivers. Another curveball, that one bounces in. And the count is 2 and 2. Abraham last year was fastball, curveball, changeup. He's added a cutter this year. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Bailey's got it. Flips to Abraham covering the bag. Just how you draw it up. 1 down, and that will bring up the catcher, Noah Miller. It has always been throughout Abraham's career case of him not only controlling the strike zone but locating within the strike zone. And as long as he does that, he's fine. He's been throughout his career tough to hit. He's been tough on left-handers, which doesn't always happen with righties. So if you can get him with consistent location, he's going to be a very tough reliever to face. We actually have a pinch hitter here for Noah Miller. It's Eli Kligman, and he fouls the first pitch off from Abraham for strike 1. Kligman so far on the season, 2 for 4. This is his 4th appearance. He has started 1 game. Left-handed hitter here against the righty John Abraham, who delivers the pitch, swing and a miss. 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is 0-2 here to Kligman. The 0-2 pitch. That one will miss. Ball and 2 strikes. Kligman readies the bat. Abraham rocks and fires. That is swung on and fouled out of play. Look out. Somebody walking down the steps carrying popcorn. they evaded the baseball, so popcorn is safe. Another 1-2 pitch. Bounces in. Klingman bent the knees to follow that one down into the dirt, but never really started the swing there. 2-2 the count here to Klingman. It's out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Grounder to the right side. Estes is there, up with it. Waits on Bailey to get to the bag. Throws, and that is in time. So Klingman is retired, 2 down. That will bring up the center fielder, Greg Pace Jr. So they've gone to a couple of lefties here to pinch hit against the right-hander Abraham, again, who has been very good against lefties throughout his career, and he's gotten a couple of ground balls beat into the dirt in front of home plate. Now they'll get another left-handed pinch hitter here in Dane Morrow, redshirt freshman out of Louisville, Kentucky. Morrow has 1 hit and 2 at-bats this year and has scored 2 runs. Tracy Smith with a lot of left-handed bats on the bench. As that pitch misses, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Morrow waits as Abraham delivers. And that'll miss outside. Dane Morrow was at Tennessee last year, redshirted and did not play. Here's the 2-0 from Abraham. Swing and a miss. 92-mile-an-hour fastball there from the right-handed junior. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Morrow back into the left-handed batter's box is Abraham with the pitch. That's off the handle foul. Another fastball at 92. Make it 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and nobody aboard. Noles up 6-0 here. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Starting to get into the single digit for outs needed to wrap up a win here. 9 more outs to go for Florida State to win. There's another foul ball. So we'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Noles have 10 hits on the afternoon to go along with their 6 runs. Michigan still with just 1 base hit. Another 2-2 pitch. And that one is a protect the plate foul ball by Morrow. As we stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Digs back into the left-handed batter's box, waves the bat, he's ready. Abraham has his pitch from the dugout. Here it comes. That'll miss, low and outside. Make it 3-2 now to Dane Morrow. Play Morrow straight away, both in the infield and outfield. Payoff pitch. And another foul ball. They're fairly shallow in the outfield for Morrow. Stands deep in the box. Feet wide apart. Another payoff from Abraham. Popped him up. Short center field. Fisher going back. Chase Williams coming in. Fisher calls for it, makes the catch. And a 3-up, 3-down top half of the 7th for Johnny Abraham. As it is time to stretch with your Noles on top 6-0 here at the Amegy Bank College Baseball Series at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas, the home of the Texas Rangers. We'll have more Seminole baseball in just a moment. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
So get off on the right foot and make sure your heating and air system is ready to handle the highs and lows all year long. Call Barano Heating and Air for expert service you can trust. Online at baranoac.com. License CAC 1816186.
Want a bathroom upgrade without the weeks of hassle? T-Spark Enterprises can install your custom bath in as little as 1 day. Fast, professional, and stress-free. Call T-Spark Enterprises or visit tsparkconstruction.com. License CGC 1525336. CCC 1331204.
put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Florida State leads 6-0 as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Frazier, DeLamiere, and Estes due up for the Noles. And it looks like Michigan has gone to their bullpen once again. So I don't think that is Keegan O'Hearn back out there, though it is a left-hander. They haven't announced it here. Now they are, and now I can see the number. Slade Moore, freshman left-hander out of West Bloomfield, Michigan, West Bloomfield High School. And this is Slade Moore's first appearance. So Tate Carey started, went 4 2/3, gave up 8 hits and 3 runs. All of them earned with 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. And it has not gone well for Tracy Smith since taking Carey out of the game. As Gabe Frazier, a left-handed hitter, faces the lefty Slade Moore here, takes a first pitch strike. Wyatt Navarra, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits and 3 runs all earned. Brandon Mann came in, technically faced one batter and hit him, and then delivered a wild pitch that moved runners into scoring position. He was removed. Keegan O'Hearn came in, 2/3 of an inning, gave up a walk, and now it's Slade Moore. 0-2 the count here to Frazier. That one is fouled off. He has had quite a day. Tripled to lead off the second and scored on a single by Estes, and then doubled to lead off the fourth and scored on a single by Estes. He also flew out to left on a ball that he almost got over the head, as that's a little check swing grounder towards third, and that's a fair ball as it hits the bag. No play at first, an infield single for Gabe Frazier. And once again, Frazier has led off an inning with a base hit. He is a home run shy of the cycle in leadoff hits in this ball game. Leadoff single in the leadoff triple in the second, leadoff double in the fourth, and a leadoff single here in the 7th. And now it's Brody DeLamiere. As the first pitch is good for a strike. DeLamiere hitless on the day, though he almost got one over the head of the right fielder his last time up. Well struck ball back in the 6th. That'll miss outside, make it 1-1. So we've had Dowd finish a triple shy of the cycle this year, and now we've got Frazier a homer shy of the cycle. Last time a Seminole batter hit for the cycle, 2018 Mike Salvatore. That one is into the left field corner. That'll be extra bases for DeLamiere. Frazier rounding second, he heads to third. He gets a stop sign there from Amegy. And the Noles now have second and third. With nobody out, Jace Estes will be the batter. Another opportunity for Estes, who so far today is 2 for 2 with runners in scoring position, scoring them both times. He's 2 for 3 in the game, reached on an error in the 6th and scored. He has scored twice himself. Michigan will bring the infield in. They will also shift against the left-handed hitting Estes. So 3 infielders on the grass to the right side with the third baseman Jeffries by himself on the left side. And that pitch misses for ball 1. 6-0 Noles on top and threatening here in the top or bottom of the 7th. Now they go back to a more traditional lineup with Culbertson moving over to where he normally would play it short as Estes swings and misses. And the count is 1-1. That was 89-mile-an-hour fastball there from Slade Moore. Moore, first base side of the rubber, kicks and delivers. That'll miss low and outside. Chase Williams will follow Jace Estes. Jace Estes from Crawfordville. He's a sophomore. Attended Wakulla Christian. 2-1 pitch. That's called a strike, make it 2-2. When we had the leadoff dinner at the beginning of the season, Link Jarrett has all the players stand up and introduce themselves, and they're supposed to give one fun fact about themselves. And Jace Estes, his fun fact involved the size of his graduating class at Wakulla Christian. 2-2 pitch. That misses, make it 3-2. If you guessed 20 for the size of his high school graduating class, you guessed too high. I think it was 17 or 18. I remember it was in the teens. Payoff pitch. That's a chopper back to the mound. Everybody's got to stay put. Throw to first is in time to get Estes. There's one away. That'll bring up Chase Williams. Chase Williams is 1 for 1 so far today. He has walked and scored. He's also been caught stealing. They keep the infield in here against Chase Williams. Frazier at third, Lamalier at second. After an infield single and a double. Chase shows bunt, pulls the bat back. Did he offer? He did not, according to first base umpire Mark Winters. As that pitch was out of the zone. Ball and no strikes the count. First baseman charges. This time Williams does not show bunt, but takes a strike, and the count is 1-1. Ossenfort stayed in the game at first base. New third baseman is Jack Lafitte, as that's a swing and a miss by Williams, and the count is 1-2. Dane Morrow stays in the game in left field. Hager moves from right field to center field, with Stressler moving from left to right. That's tapped foul to roll back towards the Michigan dugout. So those are the defensive moves to correspond with the pinch hitters. And another 1-2 pitch here to Chase Williams. He swings and misses. And there are two down. That'll drop the infield back now as Braden Dowd will step in. Noles lead at 6-0. We're at the bottom of the 7th inning. Noles trying to get to 5-0 on the season, 4-0 on the season. Try to give them an extra win there. We did not play Sunday against James Madison, so 2-0 against James Madison, then a win against JU. And now trying to get to 4-0. The Noles have started 6-0 under Link Jarrett in year 1, 19-0 in year 2, 15-0 in year 3 before the first loss. Here's the 1-0 now to Dowd. Outside corner for a strike. Make it 1-1. Good day at the plate for Braden Dowd. 2 for 3. Single, a double, a walk, and a run scored. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. I'm a little surprised they didn't check down with third base umpire, but I thought there was enough of a swing to at least check. Now the 2-1, left-on-left matchup here. Dowd in the air to center field. Hager is under it. He'll make the grab, and the side is retired. So no runs on 2 hits, 2 left stranded. We played 7 complete. Florida State 6, Michigan nothing. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Hey Seminole fans, warm weather is approaching and you know what that means. Bugs like termites, mosquitoes, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses in the Tallahassee area and is a proud partner of Florida State Athletics. So you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
At ViStar Credit Union, we go the extra mile to bring Florida State fans better banking. Open a ViStar Plus checking account and unlock up to $570 in annual savings. Enjoy perks like getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit, identity and phone protection, and so much more. All for just $5.99 a month. To learn more, visit one of ViStar's local branches or visit ViStarCU.org. ViStar Credit Union, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Go Noles!
This is Florida State Baseball.
It'll be Hager, Culbertson, and Jeffries due up here for the Michigan Wolverines. John Abraham back out of the mound for the Seminoles. And he has yet to allow a base runner. He's faced 5 batters, retired them all, 1 strikeout. For any child that needs care, Wilson Children's Hospital is always here. Wilson Children's, official children's hospital of Florida State Athletics. And another left-handed batter coming in here, Evan Hager. Again, they started 3 lefties. Hager was one of them. They've brought 3 lefties off the bench while Mendez was still in the game. Or I'm sorry, after Mendez left, when Abraham came in, they brought 3 lefties off the bench to hit against the righty. As Hager tries to bunt his way aboard, bunts it foul. Nothing and 1 the count. Klickman, one of those that came in, he's a switch hitter. He stayed in the game behind the plate as the count is 1-1 now to Evan Hager. Hager 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging. Play him straight away. Abraham, the windup and the pitch, that'll bounce in, make it 2-1. There is activity in the Seminole bullpen. Cooper Whitehead is throwing in the Seminole pen. 6-0 lead for Florida State. The 2-1 pitch from Abraham. Fly ball, right field. That is way up in the air, but Delamalier is under it. He'll make the catch, and there's 1 away. This is a retractable roof stadium. I heard a rumor, and I don't know if there's any validity to it. The weather is nice today. It's a little on the cold side at 59 degrees. I have heard, again, just a rumor, I don't know how accurate, that we may have an open roof for Sunday. And we'll get another left-handed pinch hitter here, Cooper Mullins. Who is yet to record an at-bat this year. He's got 1 plate appearance with a sacrifice bunt as he takes strike 1 there, 92-mile-an-hour fastball from John Abraham. The 0-1. And that pitch misses. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike. It would be fun, though, I will say, after playing a couple of games in here today and tomorrow with the roof closed, to see it with the roof open. Just from the novelty of having never called a game in a retractable roof ballpark, and I'm sure a lot of these guys, most of them in fact, have not played in a retractable roof ballpark stadium. It's a very limited sample size. 1-2 pitch now from Abraham. Swing and a miss. That's a ball in the dirt. Carnes digs it up, throws down to first. And there are 2 away. Braden Jeffries now the leadoff batter, scheduled to head to the plate. And it looks like we're going to get another pinch hitter. This time, though, I'm sorry, this is not a pinch hitter. This is Jack Lafitte, who came into the game defensively. So Jack Lafitte will hit here. His first trip to the plate this season, as he fouls the first pitch off. He's a freshman out of Pacific Palisades, California, Harvard Westlake High School. Second strikeout for Abraham. As the 0-1 misses, and the count is 1-1. 6 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors for the Noles. 0-1-0 for Michigan. The 1-1 pitch. A bounce in, make it 2-1. Cooper Whited continues to throw down in the Seminole bullpen. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that hits the batter. First base runner allowed by John Abraham. Yep, just kind of rotated at the waist and took that one off the armor that he's got on the backside of his elbow. Stray baseball out, and Mark Winters, the first base umpire, will run over and grab that by the Seminole on deck circle. Noles dugout telling Hunter Carnes to go out and have a chat with John Abraham. So this may be it for Abraham. I see Link Jarrett on the walkie-talkie down there in the dugout to see if Cooper Whited is heated up, and Mike Capozzi will head out, so it looks like that's going to be it for Abraham. He's at 39 pitches. And a very good outing for Abraham as he goes 2 1/3, no walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. So we get the Kowalski call to the bullpen here. Kowalski, the Sausage King of Detroit. Check out the website, Kowality.com, Kowality.com. And while we allow Cooper Whited to get to the mound, we'll take a quick break. Noles on top. And have this game well in hand at this point. We're in the top of the 8th. 6-0 Florida State leads. Runner at first, 2 down. And Cade Laidhoff, the hitter. When we return, you're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Look no further than Sunstop Convenience Stores. With the fuel to keep you going, snacks, hot deli items, and more, Sunstop is the perfect teammate to knock your game days out of the park. Join our rewards program to rack up points with every purchase and use the points to save money on fuel. The more you shop, the more you save. Add our Sunny Saver payment card and save even more money on every fuel purchase. Sunstop Convenience Stores are your MVP for game day. Sunstop, we're from here. Go Noles!
You're listening to Florida State Baseball.
So Cooper Whited into the game for the Florida State Seminoles. The junior out of Jacksonville, Florida, attended Sandalwood High School, then Gulf Coast State College over in Panama City. 6'1", 205-pound left-hander. And Whited, making his second appearance of the season, he's thrown 2 scoreless and hitless innings, allowing 1 walk and striking out 3 batters. So he comes in here with 2 outs and a runner at first. Noles leading 6-0. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Different arm angle, arm slot, what you get out of Whited. It's a lower slot, but he also keeps that ball in close to his body and then comes from right behind his ear once he starts his stride towards home plate. Tough to pick up for lefties. Works a lot off the fastball and changeup. Changeup is a really good pitch to the righties. Also has a curve and a slider. Whited now to face Ladoff. Cade Ladoff 0 for 3 in this game. Only 1 hit so far for the Michigan Wolverines. Noles have 12. Noles lead at 6-0 here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Due up for the Seminoles, Sheffield, Bailey, and Fisher. As that one is in there for a strike. Whited's not an overpowering guy. He will top out at about 90 to 91 miles an hour. He starts at the belt. Looks at the runner, now kicks and fires. That one is in the air, foul that will get out of play. And the count is 0-2. Gets the pitch call in from the dugout as he sets. And that one is lined into left field, and that may be extra bases here for Ladoff. As the throw comes in, it's going to be a double. Jeffries moves over to third, and that will bring up Brendan Stressler. Just the second hit of the game for Michigan. That's actually a really good pitch he threw him. It was outside corner and maybe even a little bit off the plate, and Ladoff just kind of threw his hands at it and somehow pulled that ball back the other way and turned it into a double. So Stressler's 1 for 3. He had the only other hit of the game for Michigan. Or I should say has. Left-on-left matchup as Whited misses with the changeup. And the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Whited 15 appearances, 14 starts last year at Gulf Coast. Record of 5-5, 1 save, and an ERA of 3.49. That one is lined into right, and there's Jace Estes playing a very deep second base, able to make the grab, and the side is retired. So 2 stranded here in the 8th. With no runs on 1 hit, we head to the bottom half. Noles lead 6-0. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Scott and Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles, located in the heart of Tallahassee, founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join Scott and Wallace at Dick Howser Stadium with the Animals and the best fans in college baseball all season long. Scott and Wallace, real trial lawyers, real results.
Dining room, picnic, tailgate, or conference room. Whichever table you gather around, we'll be sure there's plenty to go around. Bring them together with barbecue. Grab Sonny's to go, or let us cater your next shindig with all your slow smoke favorites and sides. Available for pickup, delivery, or set up and serve. Order now at sonnysbbq.com. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
Stay with a 6-0 lead as we move to the bottom of the 8th inning. 2, 3, and 4 spots due up for the Noles. As Noah Sheffield set to start things off for Florida State here. This is the 6th season that they've had college baseball events here at Globe Life Field. over 100 college games during that span. Their highest attended game was the Arkansas TCU game last week that I mentioned earlier in the game. 22,384, the attendance for that game last weekend. We will be quite a bit shy of that here today. But Florida State fans with a good showing here in Arlington. Florida State has had 19 previous games in Major League ballparks, and that's defining Major League ballparks as a ballpark where at least one full season of Major League play has happened. 15-4 in those games. Most of them came in the Metrodome. And if you think back to the 1990s, Florida State, a regular participant up there in the Metrodome tournaments that they used to have, early season tournaments. As that pitch will miss outside here to Noah Sheffield. As a matter of fact, all but 3 of those 19 previous Major League ballpark games were in the Metrodome. The 1-0 now to Sheffield. That one misses. 2 balls and no strikes. Sheffield 1 for 2 today. We went to the Metrodome in 88, 92, 95, and 99. Sheffield through the left side, another base hit. My goodness, Noah Sheffield. What a start to the season. 2 for 3 today, 8 for 12 on the season. Last ball game played in a Major League Park, 2018, when we played the ALS game against Boston College at Fenway. That was a 13-7 FSU win. We're also counting 2 games against the University of Florida in 2010 and 2011 at Steinbrenner Field, since they did host a play as the home field for the Rays last season. As Bailey bounces one to the right side, they're going to get the first out as Sheffield is forced out 6-5 with the shift on. That was the shortstop fielding it, throwing to the third baseman, covering the bag at second. So Bailey at first on the fielder's choice. Sheffield forced out 6-5, and Cal Fisher now will be the batter. They do hope to have the roof done and everything ready to go for opening day, coming up a little over a month away at Tropicana Field, the home of the Rays. And they've also released plans for a new ballpark. They've got a new ownership group down there in Tampa. As Fisher drives one to center, backpedaling on it is Hager. He's got enough room, will make the catch. And Fisher is retired. That will bring up Hunter Carnes. Bottom of 8, Knowles leads 6-0. Well, I don't think we'll get a chance for Gabe Frazier, and actually we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Carnes. It's going to be Caden Vermelt hitting here for Carnes. Vermelt's first trip to the plate. And he's a guy from Iowa. We haven't had a whole lot of people from Iowa over the years on the Seminole roster. He's not the first, however. But Caden Vermelt getting his first at-bat as a Knoll. He's from Marion, Iowa, as he taps that one foul. Des Moines Area Community College. Prior to coming to Florida State, first team all-conference, hit .304 in 46 games last year with 6 home runs and 34 driven in. Hit .343 as a freshman in 35 games. Had 9 home runs and 25 driven in. And that will miss low and outside. Ball to strike the count here to Caden Vermelt. Like Jarrett talked about him before the start of the season. Talked about the workload Vermelt had due to injuries in the fall to Nathan Schmela and Hunter Carnes, and those guys recovering leading up to the start of the season. Vermelt was still in heavy rotation there behind the plate as those guys got back to 100%. Two-one pitch to Vermelt. And another foul ball, make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bailey down at first, 2 outs. Noles on top 6-0 here in the bottom of the 8th. Play again tomorrow against Auburn. They're currently ranked 9th. It's a 4 o'clock Eastern start time. We'll have the On Deck Show for you at 3:45. And then it's 3:30 on Sunday Eastern time against Nebraska. 3:15 On Deck Show. 2-2 pitch, misses outside, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The first baseman, Matt Ossenfort, letting his pitcher know he's going to continue to hold Bailey at first base. You know, 3-2 count here with 2 outs. Bailey will be moving on the pitch. First base side of the rubber for the pitcher. And the payoff, that one will miss the zone and get by the catcher, but not far enough for Bailey to go more than just first to second. So Vermelt draws a walk, and that will bring up Gabe Frazier. I was about to say, I don't think we're going to have an opportunity for the leadoff cycle for Gabe Frazier. And he will get a chance to hit for the cycle as he will come to the plate here, but he will not get to do it against the current Michigan pitcher, as we are going to get a Kowalski call to the bullpen. Kowalski, the Sausage King of Detroit. Hit the website, Kowality.com, Kowality.com. And coming into the game is going to be Michael Quaidens, a lefty. While he makes his way to the mound, we'll take a break. Noles lead at 6-0 with 2 outs here in the 8th. And Florida State has runners at first and second. Gabe Frazier, the batter, he needs a home run for the cycle. So we'll see if he's able to accomplish that when we return. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Doors, proud partner of the Noles. Like the Noles, we value strength, performance, and durability. Our energy-efficient, acclaimed impact windows and doors withstand Florida's harshest weather. Built with advanced technology, they offer superior protection and longevity. Enhance your home with a team you can trust today. Contact Renewal by Anderson at bestwindowsgulfcoast.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Florida Blue presents game-changing health solutions. Did you know you can relieve stress by doing yoga at a Florida Blue center? And exhale. Treating yourself to Florida Blue discounts. Seeing a chiropractor covered by Florida Blue. Having your own Florida Blue health consultant.
Welcome.
Or cheering on your team right now. Discover more game-changing health solutions at FloridaBlue.com. Florida Blue is a trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc.
This is Florida State Baseball.
Michael Quaidens is the new pitcher for the Michigan Wolverines. Quaidens making his first appearance of the season, and he is the 7th pitcher of the game for the Michigan Wolverines. Florida State leads at 6-0. And you've got runners at first and second. Gabe Frazier, the batter. Frazier can hit one over the fence. He will complete the cycle here. He's got a triple, double, and a single. 3 for 4 so far here today. Quaidens, a sophomore, did not get used a whole lot last year. 4 appearances, 1 start, 4 innings of work. He walked 7 and struck out 1, gave up 6 earned runs. And like I said, this is his first appearance this year. Lefty here against the lefty Gabe Frazier. First pitch is good for a strike. A very slow breaking ball there at 71 miles an hour. Quaidens sets. The 0-1 pitch. That comes inside, almost hits Frazier. 1-1 the count. Again, Frazier with a home run would complete the cycle. First one since 2018 if he can do it. Mike Salvatore, the last one to do it for the Noles. 1-1 pitch. On the inside corner for a strike, and the count is 1-2. Before Salvatore, it was 2010, and Tyler Holt did it against Maryland. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a tip hung on to by the catcher. And that'll do it for the Noles here in the bottom of the 8th. We head to the top of the 9th. Florida State 6, Michigan nothing. The Noles are 3 outs away from victory here in the first game of the Amegy Bank College Baseball Series. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Do we buy or rent?
How do I understand the housing market in my area?
How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms?
What's affordable in the neighborhood I want to buy?
Does it have a 2-car garage?
Does it have a fireplace?
What about a pool?
Does it have vaulted ceilings?
A realtor is your neighbor and ally, someone who understands your dreams and has the expertise to make them a reality.
Call a member of the Tallahassee Board of Realtors today. Visit us online at tbrnet.org to find a realtor.
The Tallahassee Board of Realtors, serving our community since 1935.
Seminole fans know that when their health is on the line, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. TMH is home to the top heart and vascular program, the highest level of care for premature babies, the area's most powerful cancer center, and the region's only Level 2 trauma center. TMH is setting new standards for medical excellence, driving research and innovation to bring the best care to our region. TMH is your lifelong partner in health.
You're listening to Florida State Baseball.
So we go to the top of the 9th. Noles are 3 outs away from victory here. Cooper Whited back out on the bump for the Seminoles. Just 2 hits so far today for Michigan. One allowed by Wes Mendez in 5 1/3 innings of work. He walked 1 and struck out 7. Johnny Abraham did not allow a hit or a walk in 2 1/3 while striking out 2. Whited so far, 1/3 of an inning, gave up 1 hit and retired the other batter he faced. See some shots from around the ballpark here of Louisville and Nebraska players waiting to get out here and get ready for their ball game. They are set to start in a little over an hour, and that, I guess, could be pushed back if this game goes any further than this top half of the 9th, but the Noles can end it here by recording 3 outs as Whited misses the zone on the first pitch here to Colby Turner. Swing and a miss. 87-mile-an-hour fastball there from Cooper Whited. 1-1 the count. Whited with the windup. He delivers, and that'll miss outside. 2-1 the count. That one is driven to left, and that one is going to be out of here. A home run for Colby Turner. Michigan is on the board. And it's now a 6-1 ball game. And that will bring up Matt Ossenfort. Nope, looks like a pinch hitter. Joe Longo will pinch hit here for Ossenfort. Longo, a right-handed batter. As he checks in there with home plate umpire Tim Winningham. Longo has not logged an at-bat this year. And he swings and misses way ahead of a changeup there from Cooper Whited. Wind up and the pitch, that'll miss outside. 1-1 the count. And that one is fouled straight back. Longo taps the plate, he's ready. Here's the 1-2 from Cooper Whited. And that will miss outside. 2-2 the count. Longo, a fifth-year senior. And he gets hit by the pitch. There is activity in the Seminole bullpen. Got a right-hander up. I think it's Gabe Nard throwing in the Seminole pen. Yep, it is Gabe Nard. So runner at first here with nobody out. 6-1 Noles lead. We get another pinch hitter. Brock Leetgib is the batter. He's a pinch hitter. Karn's out talking to Cooper Whited now. And Mike Capozzi will make his way to the mound. Looks like we'll get a Kowalski call to the bullpen here with Gabe Nard loosening. Posey hasn't made a motion to the bullpen just yet. Now he does. So it is a Kowalski call to the bullpen. Check out the website, Kowality.com, the Sausage King of Detroit, Kowalski Sausage. We'll step aside while Gabe Nard makes his way to the mound. Noles lead 6-1, runner at first here, nobody out. When we return, you're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Fans, no matter where you might be, from the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. So as long as you've got a TV and a signal, you don't have to miss another game. Just one more reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America 48 straight years and counting. Ford, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. See your local Ford dealer today.
Behind the scenes of Seminole Athletics, there is a community of supporters who pledge their personal resources to provide all teams with the greatest opportunity for success. That community is Seminole Boosters. Seminole Boosters is the largest source of funding for Florida State Athletics and serves as the difference maker for our athletic program. You can join the team behind the team for only $5 per month. Learn more or join today at SeminoleBoosters.com. That's SeminoleBoosters.com.
This is Florida State Baseball.
Gabe Nard on the mound for the Florida State Seminoles. Making his second appearance as a Nole. Veteran reliever, transfer from Duke. A guy with almost 125 career innings prior to transferring to Florida State. Had a little bit of, to me, really bad luck in his first outing as a Nole. Came in, gave up 2 infield singles, then gave up a home run in his 1 inning of work. And again, home runs happen. It's just the fact that it's a 3-run homer, but only a 3-run homer because of a couple of infield singles. So he comes in with a runner at first here, nobody out. And they're going to stick with Brock Leetgib. Nard, a sinker slider pitcher. Also throws a changeup, but will work mostly off the sinker slider combo. And there's a sinker there. Bouncer to third. Frazier can't handle it. That's probably going to go down as an error on Frazier. So now runners at first and second, nobody out. They do give Frazier an error. Dane Morrow is the batter. He popped out to Cal Fisher his first time up. Swings and fouls one off. First pitch. 0-1 the count. Left-handed hitter here against the righty Gabe Nard. 90 miles an hour on that sinker there from Nard. Here's the 0-1. That's in the air left field. Coming in on it is John Stutzer, who is now in the game for the Seminoles. There's one away. That will bring up Evan Hager. For a minute there, I thought maybe there was somebody new in right field, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out who it was. Because he kept putting his glove in his right hand, but he was holding it with his right hand. Made him look like he was left-handed, but it is DeLamiere. He was just holding the glove in his throwing hand instead of having it on his catching hand. Now he's got it back on the right hand. And a check swing there, but he went around. Good slider first pitch from Nard to Hager. Nothing in one the count. One out. Runners at first and second. Noles lead by 5. Nard delivers. Another slider there. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. And that one will miss. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the kick and pitch. Strike 3 call. Got him with a slider. And there are 2 down. That will bring up Drew Culbertson. Noles 1 out away. It looks like we're going to get another pitch hitter, Jonathan Kim. Left-handed senior out of Brookfield, Wisconsin. It seems that Tracy Smith has an unlimited supply of left-handed bats to bring off the bench. Kim is 0 for 2 so far in the year. Takes a strike there from Gabe Nard. Nothing in 1 the count. 6 runs, 13 hits, 3 errors for the Noles, 1-3-0 for the Michigan Wolverines. Here's the 0-1 from Nard. Swing and a miss. Good sinking fastball there from Nard at 90 miles an hour. 0-2 now the count to Kim. First base side of the rubber as Nard sets. Here's the kick and pitch. Ground ball fielded by Nard. He drops it, bends over, picks it up, flips it underhand to Miles Bailey, and that'll do it. Noles win. Noles win. Florida State now 4-0 on the season as they take down Michigan 6-1. Your final score here in the opening game of the Amegy Bank College Baseball Series. You've got Nebraska and Louisville coming up next here. Florida State back in action tomorrow. They will take on the Auburn Tigers. We'll have a 4 o'clock Eastern start time with a 3:45 on deck show in that one. Sunstop postgame show coming up next here from Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.